All right, I'm just officially declaring this floor season.
Oh,
it's new floor, like it's summer.
Yeah.
Summer is upon us, at least if you've been through your graduations like I just have. All right, it's time.
Yeah.
You know, let's redo this thing. It'll be set for the fall. You want to kind of like get out to the gym and shape up for the beach. How about shape up your home?
Wow.
For the beach of life.
Floor season.
Flooring Direct, DFW.com/DZ is your portal.
Let that summer sun just dance off those new floors and get them for less than $100 a month. You can get the whole project, like I said, for under $100 a month. 36 months, 0% free financing. New floors in your home for nothing down. You got a couple options on the financing there. You have one option for the website. It is flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ. flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got
That's all you're
the
getting
best
today.
prices at Flooring Direct.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Dumb Zone. You gonna stand for that? Broadcasting live to tape from high top my garage today. I am Dan McDonald.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
WCK.
That's right, we are here. We're all here. There is no delay.
Shout out Tom.
There are no things flying by me in the background. I am not in a car. Kind of miss the life of the road.
I bet you do.
There's another person sitting in here, besides my CEO and my HR director, Kip and Bodie. He is a sit-in, and we understand he is here at the behest of Community Mechanical.
Yes.
Community.
Yep. They put an AC in for me last year before Christmas time, or heater AC.
Blows cold air.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Blows cold air.
Cold air when it
that?
needs, hot air when we need that.
How about that?
That's amazing. Yeah, some of those HVAC companies do it the opposite.
Yep.
But not Community Mechanical. Community, what's their website? Do anybody remember that?
I do. CommunityDFW.com. And
So-
your name, sir, is Lewis?
Yes.
Lewis, did you ever play basketball?
Not very long.
Okay.
No.
You just seem like a basketball guy to me. I don't know. You're taller.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Looks like he could get a bucket.
I say I'm 6 foot, but my wife says 5'11" and a half. So.
Why are wives always doing this?
They're always trying to put us down.
Yeah.
Why not build us up? We could feel some confidence.
Right. They're the
Like,
one who bought your stock. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not pump it up?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
What's the deal with that, man? What's the deal with wives, Lewis?
Well, the community guys, their wives have to walk around and be like, he's only 6'11".
Yeah. They're very,
Maybe
very tall.
6'10".
Did that make you feel emasculated when those guys walked in?
No, I'm used to it.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're 6'10". These guys are incredible. At Community Mechanical. I'm guessing they're incredible, or else you might not be.
They were at my house yesterday.
Right?
Solid times.
You know how society... I got a thing I was thinking of when I've been doing a couple college visits lately. You know how society will say you're a creep all the time for stuff that you do?
Yeah,
Like,
very
just
relatable.
Implies that you're a creep.
At every turn.
So I've decided the way to do it is you need to have kids late. Some are like, boy, you should have kids early, and then you could have the energy to keep up with them, blah, 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 blah. Well, I got gameday.dumbzone.com, so we're good there.
Sure.
You should have kids, like, didn't Craig Miller wait till he was like 50? Mm-hmm. Or certainly late 40s?
No, I think he was over 50 because I know Danny was over 50 and they were
Really?
Same age, yeah. I mean, Danny already had another child.
Okay, but if you have a kid when you're 50 or 40s, I think 40s might work as well. But you know how long it will take for someone to say, she's younger than your daughter. I'm saying if you're watching a video or maybe even you want to date someone,
right?
Then all of a sudden you're looked down upon by
this is
she's younger. But if you have a kid when you're 50, it better take
now
at least 18 to 20 years before, right?
I mean,
legally you can't.
That arguably the greatest football coach of all time could have had a kid at 50 and still at a grandchild's age
would have been saying
kid's younger than your dad.
Okay,
but
there's
to
a
your
line,
point,
and you should move the line for the greatest NFL head coach of all time, I believe.
I tend to agree. This is Dan's review after he went to college kegger with cornhole. He's this sucks. All these chicks are younger than my daughter, but they don't seem that young.
Yeah, as I'm doing the walk of shame.
I always figured
with
that
my high heel in my hand.
I always figured that you kind of look at your kid, even when they're 23, 24, as younger than if you just met a 23, 24-year-old at work. Do you know what I mean? And because I would talk to like George Dunham, and his kids were only a couple years younger than mine, but I had known him in a professional sense the whole time I'd known him, and so it felt like he.
You feel like whose kids are younger? Yours?
No, like I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you have a kid, even though they're getting to adult age, in your mind you're like, oh, they're a kid. Even if I still think my mom looks at me as I have child qualities.
Yes.
And so I'm just saying, no matter how old, it's just weird. What I'm saying is you can totally date a 20-year-old. It's not your daughter. It's just not.
Right.
It doesn't matter. They seem young because they're your daughter.
Right.
As long as they're not your daughter, then I think you're good.
No. She's like an old soul.
I'd love to hear the pitch to your daughters, though.
That's
the
what
old soul
Belichick said.
pitch. Oh, yeah.
She's an old soul. That's what David Hasselhoff said.
Yeah, she's an old soul who participates in cheerleading competitions on the weekend.
With real solid jugs, and they're not sad.
No, I love that part of it, though. He makes it sound like she's just listening to Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. She's just out on a lake. She's like, no, dude. She's a TikTok
Aristotle.
star.
Oh, and so speaking of, I won't get to the exclusive graduation talk tomorrow because I was at another full graduation ceremony, and it was the complete polar opposite of the one I was at last week.
You won't get to it until tomorrow.
I won't get to it until tomorrow. I don't know what I said.
I just want to make sure people know.
But I did. It was a good time. My youngest daughter just graduated college from undergraduate. Right? Whatever. She just graduated college. Cis college. You got to label everything. And got to hang out with her and her friends. So it was fun. Like me. Whereas my wife and my other daughter are like, too tired. It's been such a long day. I'm like, I'm not going to see this girl very much. In fact, she has declared that her next phase of life is she's moving to Brooklyn.
Dang.
And living in some apartment, some dingy, tiny apartment with a few other...
Got to take a shot.
Aspiring artists of some sort. And, why not? Do it now, right? That's what they say.
Good luck.
But anyway, hung out with them, and so now we're getting ice cream together. I'm just hanging out with her significant other, and her best friend. So we're out, and they see there is a book sale next to the ice cream place, and it's one of these, I don't know what they have. It's this huge bookstore, but everything is on sale for $0.25 a book, or $0.25 per DVD, or whatever it is, but it's just $0.25. And anytime there's one of these, I like to go in and peruse. You remember the last time? Well, it wasn't the last time, but once I got a whole box, like a kind of that How Water box over there, or the Lone Star beer box, a whole box full of videotape porn, because it was back when the local Plano Road and I don't know, up there.
Yeah.
The M Streets is where I lived. And, anyway, that was great. You can get porn, 100 videos for whatever dollar. So they had some cool stuff on the shelves, cool old books, cool DVDs and whatnot, and I got a couple of presents. I wanted to offer one to you, my friend. My good friend Blake Jones.
The second season. Some say the best.
What a thoughtful guy when they hit their stride, for sure.
Yeah.
Had to explain to my daughter why I'm buying this. And then she goes, "Well, why are you buying that?" That's Blake's. It's his favorite show ever. And then my daughter's like, "Well, why are you buying that?" And I said, "Well, this is Jake's favorite show ever, so I got you this, my buddy, my good friend.
Fantastic.
We can all review it now." This, despite they did say, this Frasier complete final season, missing disc 4, which is missing the finale.
That's okay. Do you know what I do when I get to that part every time?
Hand it over to
I
Jake.
have friends over and put on a little show, and we act
You
out
know
the
it
finale.
word by word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of a one-man adaptation.
So,
of Frasier. A show so good, people forget it's a spinoff.
So yeah.
I can't think of King of Queens anymore, though, without thinking of Steve Berline thinking it was gay in that video where he's like, King of Queens, what the fuck?
I'm not going to touch
Kings
that
of
one.
Queens, no. You would be into that. Well, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
I was thinking a lot about you guys on break. I have a lot of snail mail here, which has been delivered to the den, so we'll get to that in viewer mail today.
Can I ask one producing on the fly question?
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys 12? I must have told you 12:15 for this guy, right? Because that's what you put on the run sheet.
Is it 12?
Is it cool if it's 12?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
whatever you told me,
Yeah.
I did not remember. And I thought, I'll just write down 12:15, hoping that's correct.
Yeah, okay. We'll monitor the situation.
Okay, so we have a guest. What is he called? Retro Hoopers?
Yeah.
Do we need to? Well, we don't need to set it up. We'll have him on.
You'll figure it out then.
You'll figure it out. And we have big. Oh, before I get to big sports news, do you want to start touching on sports before this guy comes on?
Yeah, let's go.
Why not? Before that, though, getting today's birthdays ready this morning, and spoiler alert: it is the birthday of Chris Benoit, the wrestler with a one of the most major Kemp spins you can ever get, right?
Yeah, it's a quintessential. Yeah.
So the AI overview, though, it gives you that before you click on Wikipedia. The overview. Christopher Michael Benoit was a Canadian professional wrestler who worked for various promotions during his 22-year career. Despite his accomplishments, he's more generally known for murdering his wife and youngest son before committing suicide. Mm-hmm. And that's sad to me. Now this is me commentary. All those accomplishments.
Yep.
All 22 years wiped out by like 22 minutes, if that.
That's why people hate the media.
Yeah, I mean, just why are we focusing on the negative? But AI, luckily, was able to kind of put it into perspective for us.
Yeah. I've told you the funniest T-shirt I've ever seen in my life, pound for pound. Tomorrow's guest, Mikey, will be back in. Mike Soroy will be here tomorrow, and this is important because I think there was big controversy on Survivor 50 last night.
Yes, indeed. I'm familiar with it. Is he into that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so I
yeah.
kind of wanted to do it today, but now I'm like, well, let's
Jeff
just wait on
Probst
Mike
messed
tomorrow.
up, man.
They
That's
blew it.
still on?
It's 50, bro.
Yeah, it's 50. Mike Soroy, what were we talking about before Mike Soroy?
Chris Benoit?
Oh, his shirt was Chris Benoit was framed. Which, if you think about the crime, would have been unlikely.
Well, I'd like to look into it. Did
Sure.
they even look into it? Sports Today brought to us by the new shirt I'm wearing.
Puddle Pool.
Puddle Pools. Now, they're not a shirt retail outlet. You might think, Puddle Pools. I wonder what kind of shorts they have. No. Don't be confused. They actually will help with your pool. And, in fact, man, it was glorious to get home after the 2-week driving road trip that I took. And that pool just looks beautiful. Absolutely. We have some new copy here.
We have a review.
Send us
If you want me
over.
to read the review,
Yeah.
it's on here. Puddle Pools. This is from DZ or Devon, or in my head, Devon.
All right.
Puddle Pools is such a great company. Our previous pool boy, my husband, got fired from pool duty because it was turning into a green swamp. Chris Reeves came out the same day to get an initial consultation, get it started. Noah, Ian, and Chris came out every day for a week to turn our swamp into a blue lagoon. Those are hot right now, Dan, that we could enjoy that weekend.
I was having lagoon talk yesterday.
Yeah. It was big on Business Wednesday.
On Business Wednesday. Apparently, like, they're promoting lagoon communities. And I'm like, what's a lagoon? I was thinking of legume, like a bean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the.
But a lagoon. Okay, you've heard of lagoon. It's like water, I guess. But
yeah,
that it is man-made, like a constant level lake. But they put like a wrap on. It's kind of like a giant pool.
Yeah. It's like.
And it's filtered.
Yes.
And is it chlorinated? I guess.
Yes, to different levels, but yeah.
Could puddle, like if you had a lagoon, what makes a lagoon and not a pool?
It's probably size, and I also feel like undulations, right?
There are they
it's
pretend
like a
there's
beach.
Yeah,
area.
and it may be even in the middle of
they
it.
put actual sand
where it goes up.
Some of the more fancy ones have sand.
But even then, the sand is on like a concrete, sport courty type thing. They're pretty sweet.
Well, if you own a lagoon,
no doubt,
I would call Puddle Pools.
They're
do commercial. DFWY, what?
They do commercial. I'm saying, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Puddle Pools, they're one of our new sponsors, but they're great. They're kicking ass.
Puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
Yeah, go there, and they will treat you right. Tell them that you're a dumb zone.
We're here.
Puddle Pool. It's got water, we can clean it. Puddle Pool. If I said it, then I mean it. Puddle Pool. I set sail on a dinghy. Puddle Pool. Wait, I meant to say dingy. Puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Clean.
The dingy thing haunts me a little bit.
The dingy thing?
Yeah. Because you start thinking of how many other times I said it that way and nobody said anything.
Well,
it had to have been dozens.
See, this is why your friends should be the biggest assholes in your life.
Right, round off the edges.
You know, we're trying to help you.
I appreciate it.
Trying to help your show.
Preach.
Jason Kidd is fired. Don't know if I saw this coming. I didn't. I really didn't see it coming, but I got to tell you, it makes me like the new GM a little more.
Oh, yeah.
That he just walked in here. Now, sometimes you would say, man, this ain't cool because he just wants his own people and his own... he's not even giving it a good look.
Been through this before.
What do you mean?
Nico didn't want anyone from the previous regime around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but this one feels better.
Now the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
No, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we were saying when this happened, was that obviously Dumont doesn't know what he's doing, and so that's why he was able to get hit as a mark a little bit, and someone like Nico was able to run a little game on him, and Kidd is certainly part of that. He still doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
So...
He's just got all the money in the world, so he's like, all right, we're going to spare no expense.
He started talking to people, and they're like, who's like a famous GM guy that you could pay $15 million a year to? And they're like, there actually is a guy, and you will have to pay him that much. He's like, just whatever, make him in charge.
Right. We've dug a hole so deep.
Yeah, and like even Matt Riccardi, who's a local guy, he's been in the league for a long time. I think he was with the Nets before here. His brother-in-law, I think, was a big listener when we were back at the tickets. I used to hear about just his journey along the way. He'll be fine, and he probably would have been a nice addition to the front office, but they just are like, we're done. It doesn't matter who you were. They cleaned everybody out. And on top of that, something that we didn't talk about that I thought you would think was pretty cool is, Massai Ujiri, in addition to being an alternate governor, which I guess just means you have to go to meetings. I assume you get paid more. I'd really love to find out if he has any ownership in the team, but that'll be for another day. But in any case...
Because that's what he wanted with Toronto, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe Washington too. He asked for it, but he has a GM, right? Like, so he's got a guy, and it's a guy named Mike Schmitz. And Mike Schmitz, up until 2022, was a guy that was an internet scout who, on his own dime, would travel the world and started at Draft Express with a guy named Jonathan Gavoni, and they kind of became, in their like early mid-20s, eventually ESPN hired him in maybe 2017 or 18, I think, bought Draft Express. But these guys are just grinding the whole world. Europe, China, Africa, obviously the colleges here. There were years where, for 2 months getting ready for the draft, I would just have a window on my computer open that was just 40 Mike Schmitz tabs. And now he's the GM of the Mavs. In 2022, the Blazers hired him to do something, right? Some level of basketball ops job, but that's pretty cool too. It's pretty outside the box. But to your point of being surprised about it, I'm not surprised at all, because Kidd's whole deal here, once you knew that he had tried to get the job, right, the only chance they were going to have maybe of him staying around is if Riccardi or Finley got the job. And he could still kind of push that person around. But I think now Dumont knows what Kidd is. He's now hip to the idea of, like, this guy, you can't leave him alone. He'll try to take over.
And he was tied with Nico.
Tied with, Cuban to an extent. So I wasn't surprised. The second they hired Massai, I was like, this guy, if they're smart, they'll cut their losses now, and he'll take his $40 million, I think. Because they signed him last year. That's another thing that Dumont has to deserve some level of credit for, is we're just bleeding this effort now. And this is kind of what you would want if you're an angry fan, is like, I know you just signed this guy to a contract.
Which bothers me. Here's what bothers me. I'm upset that they got Cooper Flagg, in a sense, just because this guy just walks in here. He's a dunce. He's hoodwinked, whatever. I don't care, though.
Dumont, yeah.
He should have done a little more homework on this. He's a clown. And it bothers me that he was handed, okay, even though you effed everything up here you go. This is a good place to start. Like, it's the hardest thing to do in all of the NBA, is to land one of these guys that you say, I can build around this. And
You'll never get it.
And you know it right away. We had one. Dirk was not that. Dirk became, Dirk. Like LeBron. Like, there's very few guys. Steph Curry wasn't that.
No, Shaq barely is that, right? Like the guy that he thinks is...
Well, I mean, Shaq was the number 1 overall draft pick. If you drafted Shaq, you were like, I got one of the guys I can build around, and I'm going to make a...
I guess that's true. I was just thinking of his list of names, but...
But I'm just saying, the fact that you get a guy, that's the hardest thing to get. One of the easiest things to get is building around that. Yet Dumont somehow believed that Nico's trades around Luka were the key to the championship. Not the guy who led the entire NBA in points, rebound, in the playoffs. So it bothers me there. And then it also bothers me that he has unlimited funds. That they have, right? The billions that they have.
Well,
they could own multiple NBA teams.
Yeah.
And
so just that bothers you just because there's like no way for them to feel it?
Yeah, like now it's great as a Dallas fan and a sports, it's great what he is doing now. Because yes, like you said, he's opening it up. As much money as it costs, we're going to get the best guy. And then the best guy, you do whatever you need to do. You need to make me eat a $40 million coach contract? I'll do it. But get me now. I want the best everywhere. So that's great. Right?
Yeah.
But I would have liked to see him say, I spare no expense. Yes, of course we're going to pay him the Supermax. I don't care that he doesn't talk to me. What players would talk to me? I'm 50 years old, and these guys are in their 20s. But he didn't do that. So it's still an egregious thing. He did kill his wife and kids and then committed suicide. I can't, I can't now look at these accomplishments and be like, oh, these are great.
No, I hear you.
It still hurts, but it's really interesting. I'm am I back as a fan? I don't think so, but I'm closer.
Well, you got to try to just think of it through the terms of what's your objective. And if they hadn't gotten Cooper Flagg, could you sell yourself on the idea like, well, maybe he would have sold the team sooner? Maybe that would have sent them. Because, dude, look at their picks now. that's one thing they were asked about yesterday. If they didn't get Cooper Flagg, they were so fucked.
Yeah, if they had the 13th pick last year.
Yeah, and then the 9th this year.
Yeah.
And then they don't control their own pick again until 31.
Well, they probably wouldn't have traded Anthony Davis, and that doesn't mean they're not
That's true.
effed, but they'd be saddled with
bad.
a year older
It
Anthony
would be
Davis.
so much worse. It would be so much worse. And so if you think that would have meant that maybe he would have sold the team quicker, but I don't know that would have happened. So now you just still have the owner you hate, and they suck really bad. So the way I'm doing the therapy to myself is like that if he's going to own the team, and they do have enough money to where they're never even going to feel it, then you have to buy me new shit every summer because you killed my parents. And I want a pool.
Okay.
And I want a slide in my house that goes to the pool. And I don't ever want to think about it again. I want to spare no expense. And so, who knows to the extent they'll carry that out. But I also think there's just the fact that Jason Kidd is a bad person. And in having him in the mix at your office, the more time you have to figure out how that's going, it's going to become apparent that it's problematic. And so I think independent of Luka getting traded, Kidd would have had an expiration date. I always thought Luka would have another 1 or 2 coaches, He'd play here for another 12 or 15 years. Jason Kidd certainly would piss people off enough to be gone at some point. But didn't think it happened like this, But there's some good audio from the press conference yesterday. But we don't have a ton of time to play any of it now, so maybe we just keep it for after the guest.
Why, is he here?
No, but it's like 4 minutes from now. Or do you just want to start?
Yeah, let's start and we'll pick it back up. It's just basketball stuff, right?
I thought that just right out of the gate that this was a pretty interesting way to characterize it. In his last press conference, Ujiri said, I want to bring calm. So he's kind of acknowledging, like, hey, I get it.
And we will start that process. We're going to be intentional. We're going to be...
Bingo, by the way?
Intentional?
Yeah. Everybody's doing intentional.
Really dig into the philosophies of the kind of players we have and how we want to build around a player like Cooper Flagg.
He said, and it's weird too, and it feels bad to laugh at his accent because it feels like you're being xenophobic or something. It's just fun. It's just fun the way.
How we want to build around a player like Cooper Flagg.
I like this one.
I think, when you look at, when you gather information, I don't want to put blame on anything that I do in making this decision. And a lot of the conversations I had with Jason, I think will stay between us. For me, it was really thinking about the future of this team, the structure, maybe taking a lot of information, of some of the things that I think were beneficial to build a team and, being transparent with everybody. I think a new slate was a good way to look at this because I feel sometimes in this organization we needed kind of clarity in where we're going rather than sometimes lots of things in the mix. We need to really work on in one direction and how we build this team and how we create winning, and that's kind of how I looked at it, just going forward and building winning.
So I'm the boss. There's no question about that. Who's in charge here? There's not going to be a trade made, and then the coach is like, I'm not going to play that guy because I wanted a different guy, or
you're not going to hear
signing.
That Cuban is back in this month.
You're not going to eat JaVale McGee's contract or Christian Wood or whatever. We're all going to be on the same page here. We're going to work together, actually. We're actually going to, maybe not I'm the iron-fisted boss, but we're all going to be on the same page, and we weren't all on the same page.
And you could probably, if you wanted to be fair about it, say that traces back before Dumont, right? the difference is that the chaos before had the backstop of Cuban being in charge.
Yeah.
But obviously there was always wild shit going on where Donnie's like can't get a hold of him, but is he in charge this week? They tried to hire Gerson Rosas.
The difference is the backstop of Cuban being in charge. That's what he wanted. He wanted intense. He wanted personalities,
tech company style.
Yeah. He wanted that. Whereas this guy, it appears, at least right now, it feels like he wants something different than that. And see, that's where the bomb. We've talked about it. Cuban had this, but then when Cuban left, Cuban was the ringleader. He had 5 different guys that were part of being a GM. This guy would do this. This guy would do this.
And that's what I think Ujiri is saying is like, hey, it's been for a while now. We've kind of needed, and even over the last couple of years, like I'm like, what is Michael Finley's job? So you got a co-GM with Finley and a co-GM with Riccardi, but Nico at some point was still there, and those guys were under him. But Cuban is occasionally like, hey, I'm helping out with the draft, like he's Bill Clinton popping in. I'm here to negotiate the draft. It's just been weird. And look, Cuban's still here. Now, I imagine the next thing that will happen is that trigger in the deal that allows them to buy him down to like, what is it? It's like 7% or something.
Yeah.
That's like about to happen.
Absolutely.
And then when it does, I just don't know how much you're really going to hear from him on stuff related to the Mavs. And
we haven't heard from him at all.
But it wasn't that long ago, dude, that he was still.
It's like 4 months ago. It's like he's back in the mix.
He's back. All right, let's see. Let's keep going here. What do we got?
Do you have that little clip I liked?
I do. Let's fast forward to that. It's around here, I think.
I heard those things. I discussed with Jason, and he was incredibly.
Hold on.
And Ron Arad, DLS Sports.
Hi, Ron.
Been nice to see
That's
you
not
again.
it, is it? It's one more ahead, maybe?
To how I was thinking of this, because even if it was the other side where he was staying here, I would have been very comfortable, like with Jason, especially after the 2 weeks I had with him. We had
Gotta give some
an
BS
incredible
answers.
time, really communicated, and came to this decision.
Let's see.
No, well, I'll just tell you.
Hi, Mike Ducey, Fox.
No, damn it.
It was he was asked, did you consult with the players, like Kyrie and Cooper Flagg, really? And he said, not certainly talked to everybody and took things into consideration, but this isn't because I talked to the player. This is all me. And no. The question then was, do you have someone in mind? Have you had an interview yet? Have you talked to anybody? Do you have a list of guys that might be the next head coach? His answer was, I think that would be disrespectful to Jason Kidd to have talked to anyone else or even have someone else in mind. I don't. And in my head, I'm like, that is way more disrespectful, because you're saying, I don't know who's out there, but I know I got to be able to find better than you. You're so bad that I don't believe that he doesn't have anyone in mind. He's been in basketball for a long time. You got to have at least something.
Yeah, I'm sure he does, but I also think there's something to what you're saying, though. It ain't like there's a bunch of names out there that people are falling all over themselves for. I think they're just taking the field versus dealing with
that. Is way less respect than if he said, you know what? I mean, if you got divorced from your wife because you were sleeping with your secretary, okay,
right?
But if you just say, no, I'm not seeing anyone or anything, I just don't want you here, wouldn't she? You would think she'd feel worse about that, and that's what Jason Kidd is right now. You just divorced your wife and said, not because I see anything better, I just see not you. And that's what the Mavs see.
I love it. I don't have this marked, so we'll see what it is. It's going well anyways. No luck on guest?
He's there.
Oh.
He just doesn't have video on.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I had no way. I did not know.
Well, before we do guests then.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to this. Let us mention a sponsor. Oh, how about Fair Lease? Fair Lease Navidad. Fair Lease, that is our leasing company at fairlease.org. They got a little drop-down menu there. You click on the Dumb Zone. They just put a pretty good friend of mine, an NFL kicker, into a new vehicle as well.
Hey now.
They have helped out plenty of our business partners as well, helping them equip their fleets. Community Mechanical, who sent our sit-in here today, actually had a few trucks. They were leasing with D&M Leasing. And they said, you know what? After the D&M lease runs out, we're going to go look into Fair Lease. Fair Lease said, well, let's look at that lease right now. They actually made it so economically, like it's so much better for them. They bought them out of their D&M lease. They're now leasing all of their vehicles through Fair Lease.
Kick the extra point with Fair Lease at 972-705-4815 and ask for Connor or Nick. They'll handle all of our Dumb Zone customers.
I got a better tag here.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Nobody
I do.
could ever have a better tag.
Kick a 60-yard, an extra point. Blake
It doesn't
can
roll
kick
off the tongue like that, though. You know Blake cannot kick an extra point. Let's not act like that's just
I'm putting
happening.
my money on Blake. Look at that mustache.
His dismissiveness makes me want to kick it. I'll do it.
Kick the extra point with Fair Lease at 972-705-4815 and ask for Connor or Nick. All right, joining us now on the Fair Lease hotline, it's a human. I actually have no idea any other identifying
I was going to ask you his name.
At RetroHoopers on Twitter. Retro, hello.
No?
We tried.
Talking.
It's okay.
Hello?
Hey, hello, sir.
There we are.
How's it going? How would you like me to refer to you during this interview?
You can call me Retro.
Okay, Retro. All right, so Retro, you run an account on Twitter. You're an NBA fan. You run an account on TikTok. And how old are you, Retro? Just so we can get an idea.
Well, I would I'm in a little bit of some trouble here. Just based off like people online don't like me, so I would prefer to stay anonymous if that's okay. But I'll give you I'm under the age of 20. I could tell you that if
okay,
that's
yeah,
helpful.
yeah. I'm just trying to put it in context, right? Like, so I'm a
Over 4.
Yeah.
I love your show, by the way.
Oh, right on, cool. Thank you for checking it out. So I'm 40. We got a guy who's like 35. Dan has daughters who are just graduating college. But, like, there's an entire genre, right, of, like...
Tell them I said congratulations.
We will. We'll pass that along, Retro. Like, TikTok edits, Dan. Like, there's an entire genre. There's just 50, like... I almost feel like this goes back to, and you're not going to know what this is, Retro, but almost like Girl Talk of just insane mashups of pieces of media that normally do not go together, and they're very popular for sports, right? And there's one for like Alex Caruso that features his headband that is like cancer based. It was some kids TV show with like a sad moment. It's the funniest concept, and you're like, these kids are fucking geniuses. Like, this is just it's incredible editing work. And so I'll give you an example of one of those, Clayton. We'll play the Ted one, the Klay is gay one, and I'll give you an example here of Retro Hooper's work, and then for the audio, we'll just kind of try to narrate. You can figure it out.
Wait, what do you mean? You watch porn?
No. But a guy from my school did mail me a photo of his dick last semester.
Oh.
He even shot it in sepia tone.
Wait, so it was like all old-timey?
Yeah.
Like, this penis is a Dust Bowl orphan?
You want the kicker? It was flaccid.
Wait, so he didn't even do the work?
Nope. Just a flaccid dick with a fancy filter.
Now it's just highlights of Klay Thompson just bawling out. And shots from Klay's Instagram.
Wait, what do you mean? You watch
Okay, yeah, just incredible work.
It is incredible. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Just the time, that must take.
It really, it really is. But this thing is very well excelled beyond just myself, because it's, to be honest with you guys, it is a trend. Just people trying to spread the message about Klay Thompson, and it's really not just one guy. It is a trend.
Okay, is it all about Klay Thompson's gay? Like that seems to be the underlying. Okay, and so you're doing this for fun, right? It's fun. It's funny.
I would say partly, but I mean it's more so to spread the word. I
Awareness.
mean, I do enjoy this.
Awareness.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a journalist.
It's more of a necessity.
But no, I didn't know though if it started as more fun, and once you've been issued a cease and desist.
Well, let's get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you're just doing these things like every day, right? That was your bit?
Yeah, I mean
this before the cease and desist.
Correct, yes.
Okay, and it was like every day I'm doing a funny video.
Now, were there any other videos on your TikTok
insinuating that Klay Thompson is gay?
Were there any other types of videos on your TikTok? Any other types of NBA edits or edits at all? Or were they all Klay is gay focused at the time?
It's really just Klay.
Okay,
To be honest,
singular focus. Why not laser it? So at that point, you're posting the videos every day, and then you are. In the video we just showed, you could see some of the background images were like a legal letter, which we're all too familiar with here. So what is the point at which you were contacted by someone about these videos and these edits?
So probably around a little over a month ago, I had made a couple of these edits, and they had garnered millions and millions of views, not intentionally. I was never the follower count, the views amount doesn't really bother me. It doesn't affect me. But
love of the game.
In the past, love of the game. In the past 2 months, it's garnered 175 million views on my TikTok. But so I had received, and that's the scary part. I have no idea how Klay Thompson and his legal team got my address or my name. But they had sent me a cease and desist, and I felt it was only right to piss on said cease and desist and then put it in the edits.
Literally, Dan.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. Very right. If you're familiar with the movie Major League, Retro Hoopers, somebody may have told you about this. There's a scene in that movie where a baseball player, wipes his ass with his contract.
No,
I am
he's
familiar with
he does pee on it?
He drops it in front of him. And,
okay, I thought there was like a taint type situation to it, but okay, yeah. So, did you also, in conjunction with pissing on it, like contact a lawyer?
Yes, I do. So I do have a lawyer. Shout out Seth. He's helped me through everything.
Yeah.
Seth, if you're watching this, I wouldn't be here without you. I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Yeah, our lawyers are great too. So they then
shout out your lawyer too. Shout him out.
Yeah, we had a whole squad.
We had all lawyers.
Most of them, yeah. Shout out. It's lawyer Thursday
except
here.
Except for Clay's.
On the Dumb Zone, yeah, except Clay's lawyer. So now, did you have to do some sort of like, like a hearing or like a testimony? Did you have to get on a Zoom? What happened next?
So I then received another cease, and then I did the same thing because I just ignored that first one. And then after that, I received a notice. I received a notice that I think I still have that once.
Yeah, your kids are going to want that.
Yeah, I received a notice and that I had to. It was a private. It was, I think they didn't want. There was like a remediator, and it wasn't a. It wasn't like they didn't want to file anything publicly, I guess.
Right.
So, yeah, there was
mediation.
There was a remediator. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Oh, we did plenty of this.
Yeah, and then, but shout out Seth. He did his thing for me, and I have a huge announcement. I'm currently working with Seth now to see if there's a way that we can sue Klay.
Oh, nice. Get it back.
The counter sue.
Get it back.
The counter sue.
Yes.
I feel like who you sound like to me? You sound like a guy who might have suffered a little bit of emotional harm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Retro.
Well, I can hear it in your voice, dude. I'll testify.
Totally.
It's shaking. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry for what you've been through.
Thank you.
And of course, we're talking right now to Retro. And when you don't, like in our experience, when you don't cease
Yeah.
or desist, they tend to get pretty mad.
Yes.
What we did not urinate on the thing. That's an interesting move. And in fact, probably a better move. We just read it as part of our viewer mailbag.
That's a good move.
Yeah, we got viewer mail from, and then they brought that up in court.
Yeah.
Like they mocked it.
They
Think
this is funny?
They didn't even think this was real.
That is funny.
Okay, so that means that if you're moving on to some sort of a countersuit, you guys must have prevailed in some form in mediation.
Correct.
So you and I've also seen that you've continued to post videos where that's implying that Klay Thompson is gay. So you obviously won the day, right? I saw you.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Well, originally before we had that in-person remediation, I received a letter saying that we had reached an agreement, and I thought that this whole thing was dropped and we were done with it. And so I continued to make edits, but apparently I was wrong on that. It would have been dropped, and they would have forgotten about it if I stopped making edits. So there was a little bit of a miscommunication, so that's why I had to go to the remediation. But yes, we did prevail. We did win. All of us, actually.
Now, go ahead.
No,
I just didn't know if you were. You probably knew. You saw Megan Thee Stallion leaving Klay coming from a mile away, right? You know, you knew that was a
not a surprise.
No.
If I had to guess, I think that she had found something in his phone. Honestly, and I think this had encouraged her to look through her man's phone and find this out, and she found out something.
RetroHoopers caused, incidentally, a celebrity breakup. You heard it here first. That's why people are mad at him.
Well, she was just his cover.
Yeah, a beard is what we called it in our day, Retro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A beard.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew he's been gay this whole time. It's nothing wrong. We're not homophobic, we're not.
Right.
I have nothing against gay people at all. I love gay people. I just wanted to let people know about Klay Thompson.
Feels like you're trying to help him just live his
exactly
truth.
Live his truth. Yeah.
He's my favorite player.
Yeah. Josh Giddey.
Yes.
Josh Giddey hit you up.
He was involved in this as well. He had posted an Instagram story with one of his fellow players and teammates, and he had called us out. Actually, he posted a photo of I believe it was Boban eating eggs, and he said "me next." So we all of us actually decided to make some Josh Giddey edits, implying that he was gay, and then he had DM'd me asking me to stop.
Wait,
what a sis!
Why did he? I thought he wanted it.
He asked. I know.
And did you stop?
That's what I said. I made a couple more. No, I put that screenshot in the edits as well. But I felt like it was right to get back to Klay. It's the whole point of this,
Right. Don't get distracted.
Man.
Yeah.
Can you do one of these
Hitler.
for me, Blake? Can you? I want to be gay.
No, I'm not as talented as Retro.
I will do that today. I will do that.
Go for it.
We would be honored.
That would be so awesome.
We would be honored.
That would be the greatest thing ever. Yeah.
Well, what's your handle on TikTok? We want people to go give you a follow. Garner more views.
I appreciate that. It is the same as my Twitter, except it's instead of O's, it's zeros. So it's Retro Hoopers, but the O's are zeros.
Some other poser has your O's?
Yeah, somebody I couldn't get Retro Hoopers with the O's. So
they're not putting in the work you are, though.
You live in Dallas?
Correct. No, I do not. Okay. I mean, I'd like to stay anonymous if possible. I live in New Jersey, though.
I'd love to know how Klay. Shout out to Klay's lawyers, though, for finding out who you were.
Dude, you know what it is, too. Klay's probably name searching every day. Every day.
It's the Klay pack. It really is. It's Klay pack and
You have a name for it, and it's Klay pack.
They
do control. They control the media. I've heard.
They do. They are. It's Klaydoff and the Klay pack, the Klay towel.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, Luna Clady. It runs deep.
Well, Retro,
This has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
you're the best, man.
It's been a pleasure talking to you guys as well.
Good
All right,
times.
man.
Anytime you ever need
Thank
anything
you.
from us.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Come this way. All right.
Hopefully Clay doesn't see this. You guys may get another fan mail later.
Well, we know what to do with them.
Yeah. Bring
We'll
it.
see you.
As you know, it's good for numbers.
Have a great day.
All right.
You too,
Yes.
bud.
There he
Thank you,
goes.
guys.
Retro Hoopers. How about that? Viewer mail time.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey, Uncle Hotmail. Uncle Hotmail, look at me.
We're going to make it brought to us by by Early Bird CBD. Because I do have some gummy thoughts to mix in. And Early Bird CBD, they got a new bit.
A Memorial Day sale.
Just in time for Memorial Day, Blake. Honor. Is Memorial Day about fallen heroes?
Yeah.
Honor your fallen heroes.
Yeah.
With the CBD with THC. That's not what their slogan is. But what's the actual deal here?
20% off site-wide with the promo code SUMMERTIME. And they've got 50% off the drops. Try the drops. Nice for a pool.
Oh, yeah, I was
the
looking
lake,
at the stats
the
on that.
lagoon. You know?
Dude, fill a lagoon up.
Little sparkling water, squeeze a lime. Perfect.
Wait.
Comes out to about $1 per cocktail.
Yeah, they had stats on it. Let me look at it.
I'll
here.
do it. 24 per
80
bottle.
cents per serving. That's not $1.
He's going to do it.
It's way less.
Around $1.
All right.
The promo code's DZ20. But the site-wide code right now is SUMMERTIME. That's a sale for a week. That'll get you 50% off.
Oh, here's some advice. You could get a little mild buzz around $1. Have a couple of those, then you go out, and people are charging you $20 per cocktail.
Yeah, they are.
Right? So get a little pre-gaming. You ever do a little pre-gaming?
All the time.
What's wrong, man? You okay?
Will you unplug? There's like a little...
Do I got a buzz?
Dirty hum. That just ruined
Do you think that made it a lot better?
No. No, your power.
Oh, that's...
I'm sorry. I should have been more clear.
How's that?
So good.
I would have done the same thing.
I don't know. He said unplug.
Yeah, not bad. We're
All
good.
right. We are indeed good. Gummy thoughts from Corey. A mother who identifies as a father and practices open and honest communication is a transparent.
Goodness.
I like it a lot.
Brandon, gummy thought. I'm just doing gummy thoughts for a minute.
Sure.
I was recently at an event where there was an American Sign Language interpreter. This got me thinking, is there a Mexican Sign Language? China, Italy, Russian? Certainly, there's a deaf population in different countries, but is America the only one that has figured out how to communicate with those people? That's from Brandon, day oneer.
Okay. It's fascinating. There is a Mexican one, it looks like, because I looked this up. China has one. It just seems like if they could get all on the same page, it would really save everyone a lot of time.
But
and
wouldn't that seem like that just for humans and all language?
Yeah, but it's scale, right? Like there's so many fewer people who are deaf that you could maybe implement it.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm not saying you would round them all up and put them in one place. But if you did, they would immediately have the ability to communicate, or quickly, better than they ever would anywhere else in the rest of their lives. So, I don't know. I was surprised. I just assumed...
Yeah, there's an internet... Like, Braille, is that international?
Boy, I don't know. That's a good question.
You would have to think.
Didn't we have a fake
You
one?
burn your
like
fingers
Nelson
on the Spanish Braille. It's a little jalapeno. I'm sorry, what, Clayton? Did we have Spanish Braille?
No, didn't we have a fake sign language at Nelson Mandela's funeral?
Somewhere.
We've had a couple
recently,
of them.
yeah.
I thought one of them was COVID. Tampa. This Tampa police one was really famous. Yeah, there's one on Mandela. Good pull, Clayton. I think this is an important email because it makes a distinction between something we like joking about, which is a why Hillary lost, which is kind of just like things that became so annoying that you're like, F it, I'll try the other guy. Like, is your tomato racist? This one, it's an important thing to note. It's not always gay, not gay. Because Ryan points out one, this is a classic. He said he heard it on a Ricky Gervais podcast. You're on a trip with your buddy. You're each staying in your own hotel rooms. One invites the other over to watch a game. Is it weird if the two bros are both sitting on the bed to watch the game instead of one in the bed and one in a chair? Ryan says if it's my bed or my room and I'm on the bed, I don't think it would be weird if my bro got on the bed with me. But if I was invited, I'm going straight for the chair. And that has nothing to do with the election. That's just...
Then all of a sudden I'm reaching for the popcorn and he is, and then we kind of...
Your feet kind of rub a little on accident when you get up.
My foot is just kind of laying on yours, but nobody moves. We're both very conscious of it.
There is a blanket. We might as well, while we're here.
Let's answer that age-old question. Could guys do it better? I mean, they know. They're used to playing with it.
I remember one time, I was trying to think back, like Davey and I a couple times, speaking of pre-gaming, pre, post, whatever, and you'd get the chair. You know, we'd put on whatever, like,
I'm always sitting in the chair, but I'm homophobic, like Tim Hardaway Sr.
This is from British Joel. He comes out hot with, you need to lend your daughter to Dan to finally allow him to get a foul ball. So he gets into the cheat code here of using your kid for a foul ball because Dan famously has never caught a foul ball. But
I used to bring my mitt to every game too.
Yeah, I mean, I probably did
Imagine
it
that.
5 or 6 times when I was 5 or 6.
Blake, I see you as bring a mitt guy.
Yeah.
Like even in your 30s. You ever bring a mitt?
No, I can catch.
Wow.
Okay, so tell me if this counts. Does it count if you take the kid and the bat boy is over there on like the foul ball, like the foul line, and he's just throwing balls out to the crowd as he shags them? Does that count as getting? Would you count that?
No.
Okay.
I need a major league. Actually, as a kid though, I would not sit in foul territory.
Needed a playable ball.
I wanted a home run. I did not want a foul ball.
A purist.
Have I told you that
you were going to throw it back, right?
If hit by the other team.
Yeah.
I was so excited to do that.
I love that.
I went to batting practice. I think we were there for the home run derby, but a bunch of the stuff around the 96 All-Star game except for the game. And I almost got Cal Ripken's autograph. Like it was first baseline. There was probably 50 kids. We were 3 deep. I got to the front, handed him the ball, and he just handed it to another kid after he signed it.
What?
Kid took off. He's not looking, dude. He's literally just... I was crying. I was like crushed. And that's kind of... That's my Bane origin, my Joker story.
Yeah.
Like on autographs.
Swine line. Remember the swine line?
Mm-hmm.
Purveyor of Poon. This is from Harry. I find it a travesty that Holly Rowe did not make the inaugural class of the swine line.
It's a good one. I think she's the only one to be on the Roseanne Bar and the swine line.
Yeah, it's like
it's prestigious.
Someday we'll be at like an EGOT. We got to keep rounding it out.
Not only could she have been first ballot, she should be on the potential Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
If this bit lasts more than a couple episodes. Speaking of that, anchor words.
This is women who look like Miss Piggy. If you didn't just say it, you might have.
I did not.
Okay. Respectfully.
Right, we think Miss Piggy's hot. Let's just slow down.
No doubt.
And someone thinking that's why we even think calling it this. It's a little,
Yeah.
It's a negative. Like it implies a negative, but I gotta tell you,
it's also a vibe they're putting out. Because Miss Piggy was DTF.
Up for anything.
Yeah.
Like Holly Rowe?
No doubt.
We're having fun. I've been in Hawaii covering the whatever classic. Okay. Anchor word, prodigal.
Son.
That's good.
Nobody has a prodigal daughter, huh?
He says want.
Patriarchy.
As in blank is want to do something.
Oh, yeah. That's a weird one.
That is.
That's from Scott.
Feels like that's when there's certain words you only use like they're skateboard tricks to show people you can do them. I feel like want to do is one of those. Wanton violence is in that category.
Can I give you my snail mail?
Sure.
While we were gone, some of this is going to you guys. I guess starting with Puddle Pools, they delivered us some sweatshirts and shirts. I think you might be able to get some of these out at the DZ GSE as well. PuddlePools.com/dumbzone. I may have told you somebody sent me a bunch of canned fish, so thank you. A lot of people are into the canned fish.
Look at all that.
And I certainly am.
Yeah. Philip Kingston hooked you up the other day.
The sardine is back.
Look at that variety.
I know.
Yeah. I'm usually just sardine guy, but
it's mackerel in there.
I don't even know what mackerel is, except for something after you say a word.
Totally.
Like there's an anchor word, yeah. And pass this around. In fact, if our sit-in would like some Brewers gear.
Wow. Did you see who was on the hill last night?
Mizrowski?
No.
What do we got in the Brewers gear? Just a bunch of new hats and stuff.
Look at this.
It is time for us to
Here,
book
take your pick.
Kyle Harrison again.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's been great.
Dealing.
Is
like 10 strikeouts.
Z or whatever.
I think he's on the injured or.
Oh.
Is he on the outs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But.
And then I got this from Stu, who said,
Stu Pot.
For your recent grad. Now, this is Stu, who we know from Rivian.
Yeah.
And where does he work now?
C4.
C4 Stu?
C4. So C4 is one of these.
It's an energy drink, but before it was an energy drink, I knew it as a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Like something that you would drink before you went to the gym. It'd make you want to claw your ears off. It's a peak prime pre-workout.
Okay.
Make you feel crazy.
Well, they got marketing money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you this and say, what the hell are they doing?
Kicking ass, I bet.
So he said, this is for my recent grad. Let me get this box out of a box. So there's a box in a box. How many times have we seen this? So this is the C4 Energy box.
Graduation hat.
But it's in the form of a giant graduation cap.
That is the most energy drink piece of merchandise
and I will
I've ever
take this
seen.
off, and I don't know if we'll be able to hear the audio.
Okay.
Audio?
When you... Oh, it was singing the graduation song earlier.
Oh, there it goes.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do it again.
So you open this giant box of C4. Here it is. Here's the gown, the sash or whatever.
They locked up Clockboy for less.
That goes around the gown. And then what do we have here? This is like a champagne bottle of
Oh my
C4.
God, dude.
Oh, that's sick as hell.
If that's actually full of C4, I will.
I think it is.
Liquid
Summer
gold.
event.
The
Wow.
money these people have.
Crazy. I'm sure I can't wait for you to give that to her.
Sorry, buddy.
Is there anything?
How do I turn it off?
Look at Lewis got a nice Brewers hoodie.
Yeah, he did.
Look at all that, man. I love the Brewers.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I can turn it off.
Oh no.
Close the box all the way?
Yeah,
let's see
You
here.
got 300 milligrams of caffeine in this bad boy.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's
That's
called
too
It's
much,
called halftime.
guys.
Halftime. This is a fun one. I think we should go see the Michael movie.
Michael? Oh, Michael Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, I think
My parents were big fans.
Zeitgeist wise.
Fans of the movie?
Yeah.
You can't turn that shit off. Okay.
I think I turned it off.
So it's back in the news. The entire Michael Jackson story. Avery said it was in a recurring HR meeting today. And this is also just a reminder of how good our lives are. Before the meeting gets started, they always do stuff like tell a few bad jokes, some terrible small talk. I tune out. This time they asked, I guess because of the recent movie Michael, what's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
We're not doing that.
People are chiming in with Beat It, PYT, Billie Jean, and I'm just thinking Michael Jackson would be an HR nightmare. I resisted making any jokes about 27-year-olds. You heard about it? There's 20 of them.
Yeah.
He concludes with, a pretty young thing hits a lot different than it did in 1983.
Yeah.
He was, in theory at the time, talking about me.
I wonder if we should listen to those lyrics again.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Yeah, and I think I'm prepared to say Michael Jackson back.
Somehow. I've got one from Ryan who says, what if baseball had pitching lines like hockey lines, where you had 3 pitchers in charge of getting through 9 innings, and however you want to use them, have at it.
This is kind of what I've been angling for. Now, we don't have enough time today, Dan.
I love this.
But did you see what happened on Tuesday night with Kumar Rocker?
No.
They threw I can't remember, Tyler Alexander, maybe somebody else out there as an opener.
Oh, yeah, you told me they were going to do it.
But not like a normal opener where they went 2 or 3. It wasn't a bullpen game. Rocker entered the game in the 2nd inning and just
like
pitched
purposely, I'm putting you in for 1 inning.
And he was fucking dealing until the 9th, and they pulled him in the 9th.
What if
Somebody else closed it out.
What if that's just the way it has to be?
It was so weird.
He, I think, has given up 18 runs on the season, 10 of which have been in the 1st inning. And if you've watched him pitch, it's a freaking circus in the first couple innings.
Mentally.
Yeah, so...
What if this is the new thing for him? That'd be great.
But the time through the order thing, I just think it's... Obviously, this is what's fun about sports is you have, like, money, and you're trying to put it in different spots, and where do we get the most efficiency? And there are norms, and there are rules, and there's a union. But I just kind of think of it, if you boiled the dollar down to the win... Like, how would you put... And you would definitely not have it where there's a guy who pitches 7 innings who makes $60 million a year and a guy who sees people fresh through the order making 10. And that guy... You would reapportion... You would probably do 3, 3, and 3. You might have some give and take in there, but it would not be what it is now. It just wouldn't be. If you started over completely, I don't believe that. For a number of reasons, one of which is maybe some guys are going to piss their pants in the 1st inning.
Because I guess where we're starting from is, yes, you used to pitch 9, almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah.
What if you... So in this scenario where you have, like, hockey lines, can those pitchers come back in the game? Do you have just, like, 3 pitchers for a game?
Yeah.
That'd
like
be cool.
I declare before this game, these are the 3 pitchers we're using.
Yep.
Maybe it's a left.
Let's put rules on changing
rules about the
it.
lefty-righty thing. Yeah, that'd be a beating.
I'd probably say if you're gonna do that and they can come back in and out of the game, you can't change your pitcher during the inning.
How about this? It's like a batting order.
Sure, who's ever
It
up
has
next.
to go in order.
Yeah.
So if you want to
really
get to
funny
pitcher
with it.
3, you're going to have to put pitcher 2 in again for 1 batter.
That's good.
Solving problems.
I got another one from Steven. We were talking about volleyball antics and how girls are kind of mean to each other. You notice this?
You talking about like sports celebration wise?
I think women or girls, females, talk way more shit in sports than boys do.
I think there may be something to that.
And they're meaner about it.
Yeah, because they're probably not going to hit each other, and I guess that's true in men's sports too. But it feels like there's an implication of violence, of like if you go too far.
Well, I think if I'm playing with somebody, I just say you suck, whatever. But if a girl tells another girl she's ugly, that would probably actually hurt her feelings. That's probably where they go.
They seem to really
hit harder.
Coordinate
For
shit
sure.
talking too.
Anyway, he goes on to say that they've got just chants for everything. You hit a ball into the net.
College level or pro volleyball?
This says 12U club volleyball.
Holy shit.
They'll yell fishy, 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 net, net, net at you. They've got some sort of thing to the classic tune, Sweat Drop Down My Balls.
Yeah. Okay.
He ends the email, imagine how proud of a dad I was listening to my sweet 12-year-old girl yell that chant.
I don't know, dude. I know it's kind of gross, but I don't think I'll think it's gross. Like I saw a TikTok the other day. It was either softball or volleyball, and these girls were probably in high school. They definitely were in the South, but it was a mix of white, black, Latino, and them giving their walk-up songs. Like I was gonna cry. I was so happy. It was all like rap music from when I was in high school.
Juvenile.
Yes, and like 3-6 Mafia Computer. Yeah, just dirty fucking Southern rap. It's disgusting. And I'm like, I actually think that if my girl came up there to, skeet, skeet, and then just rocketed one, you'd be like, this feels right. It's okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sex men. In regards to the discussion about whether or not it'd be cool to run a 4-minute mile, Jake nearly had me convinced that it would be sort of neat. But I think he may have overplayed his hand. I've attached the clip. Well, here's the clip. Want to hear the clip?
Mm-hmm.
Here's Jake's claim.
Yo, how do I make money off this?
Well, I guess it's not money. I'm just... You're doing it to tell people how fast you can run a mile.
because it'd be fun. And then
how is that fun?
And then you could be like, dude, I could go run. Because if you could run a mile in 4.5 minutes, you could run a lot more places.
I don't want to run places. I don't want to run to begin with.
Rick says, I guess I just need some clarification on this point. What does this mean? Running a lot more places. If you need a fresh vape, do you put on your workout gear and run as fast as you can to the gas station and back? Will you sprint to the grocery store and try to run home holding all the bags? Where are all these extra places you would run to if you had the power of running super fast, like A-Train from Amazon Prime's blockbuster hit The Boys?
Boy, I hear people are upset.
Whoa, ho.
Yeah. That's right.
My leader is Heart Attack Man leaving you on speaker while he was skydiving.
Yeah.
Dan's scuba diving shoes. And Blake describing Harvey Weinstein's weird dick. Did you do that?
I heard
I did a long time ago.
Finale of Boys is Superman being upset with the finale of Lost. real world. No, I don't know. I saw this email too, and I'm gonna be totally straight with the people. Gave it about 10 minutes of thought of how I could try to rationalize this, and I really came up with nothing, so I'm going to have to punt. I do think I would probably run to the gas station. Like in the morning, I get up and drive to the gas station even when I don't need anything. I go every day, and I'll find something. Either I need gas.
I can't wait for an email that attaches this audio.
Either I need gas or I need a 5-hour.
I don't need anything. I just go to the gas station.
It's part of my daily routine.
Just want to look.
I might, every day there's going to be something. Vape every 4 or 5 days maybe. Go buy a couple 5 hours every 2 days. Go buy whatever. I go see my boys. And so I would probably run and do that.
That's what it is. You just want to see the guys.
Yeah.
You just want some
But
fellowship.
other than that, I don't know. Okay, I have to tell you guys a quick sports story from a viewer mail. And look, maybe a long show today, but Dan's back. This is from a listener who said, hey, are you following the British Spygate? Have you guys seen anything about this?
No.
It's soccer related, Greg. This is from Richard. What we have here is the end of the season and a situation where in the English League there are 4 teams that move up from the second division to the first, 4 teams that move down. Those 4 teams that move up from the second division, 3 of them are determined by league finish order. The 4th one is determined by, I believe, a 4-team playoff, right? So if you're number 1, number 2, or number 3...
So it's like the play-in thing?
Yeah, you're going up. If you're number 4, 5, 6, 7, I assume, there's a little tournament. Okay?
Okay.
So...
Wow, can you imagine how intense that is?
Can I imagine it getting more intense? Because they say that as far as percentage of revenue, this is the most valuable sporting event on earth. Because going from the second to the first, even if you get relegated the next year, you have what they call parachute payments, and they keep paying you. It's like hundreds of millions of dollars. The difference, especially if you can stick around in the first division. So this team that had been relegated last year and is trying to get back has been accused of and caught spying. And I haven't looked at this today. I guess I probably should. I haven't looked at it since this morning, and it was, different time zones. Yeah, they're holding it up. They've been expelled. So they're going to the next, I guess, qualifying team. I'm not exactly sure with the tournament format how that works out. But week of, they appealed it today. Appeal was upheld. They have been kicked out. Richard brings up an interesting one. He says, even in England, scandals are called Whatevergate, which begs the question, if Watergate, the break-in, had happened at a La Quinta, would this be called Spy Quinta? The video is crazy. I almost just want to play this whole thing for you guys and let us listen to it. But essentially, there's the training facility, and it's out in what looks like the English countryside, and it's very clearly marked private property. And this reporter from Sky Sports goes out there, and there's a tree at the edge of the practice facility. Let me see if I can fast forward to where he's standing by the tree and play this. We'll see, Blake.
Last Thursday, when they felt that they apprehended a Southampton spy watching their session. And this tree here is central to this situation, this investigation, because they allege that the spy was stood behind this tree filming their training session. He was spotted by officials from the club up there in the training ground. Once they realised that things looked a little bit suspicious, they ran down this hill, and the spy, I am told, packed up his equipment and hot-footed 150 yards over there to the nearby golf club.
Hot-footed comes up a lot here.
So the spy ran down here to the clubhouse at the nearby golf course, Rockcliffe, which is a very busy, prestigious golf course. It held the Senior Open back in 2013. And he fled through these doors here into a changing facility, a toilet just in here where he changed his appearance, changed his T-shirt, and then hot-footed through the dining area and out through those doors towards the course. CCTV footage showed the alleged Southampton spy then leaving the bar area and moving up towards the first tee box here at the...
This guy's just running through a golf course and eventually ended up in the neighborhood next to the golf course and took off.
I love it.
But then they caught him. And so they appealed, and this is how they're punishing them, Like,
yeah.
Michigan and the Patriots, as this guy points out, are very lucky. Because this team is like, this isn't vacating a win. This is...
I wonder how those leagues are set up, too,
Yeah.
as far as the commissioner and who they answer to, because, the role of the commissioner in sports has changed so much to where the original commissioner is Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Do you know this? Just that he was brought in because of the Black Sox scandal, bad pub, and they thought, owners thought they'd be losing money because of that. They need to get their ship in order, so they brought in a guy and said, you're totally in charge. And he could have kicked owners out of the league and everything. And as time went on and the money got big, the owners got to realizing, wait, we are the boss of the commissioner. Because I think Bowie Kuhn in the 70s or 80s or something tried to do some similar stuff. Like, hey, like he would negate trades like Adam Silver should have done to one.
Like this is bad for the league type thing.
Yeah, the A's were trying to sell off a bunch of their top talent, and he just said no. Like they were trying to sell a bunch of players to the Yankees. And he's like, no, this is bad for baseball. This is bad for Oakland. We're not going to do this. Then the owners kind of forced him out and said, well, let's get somebody else in there that'll do stuff that we want them to do. And eventually it ended up being one of the owners. It was Bud Selig. That's why they got him. But yeah, where did we start with that?
I don't know how their commissioners and all that
works. Oh,
works,
the commissioner in that league. Yeah, so the commissioner, because here Goodell is like, I'm giving this punishment. But, well, it's,
Right. Yeah, and college is an even bigger mess.
Yeah. So I wonder who runs the
How did
Premier
we-
Leagues, or if it's just businesses against each other, like
Yeah, I think there's some level of that.
like capitalism that we say is so great.
So, how did we start talking about the Paralympics the other day?
Because I stayed at a hotel that was in the same town, or it was called the whatever. Do you recall? Ted Emmerich said he was. Did you see Ted's text?
I thought this was about Spire.
Yeah.
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 Because it said Olympic training facility for Olympics and Paralympics.
Okay, I didn't know
So
the,
we started
the
talking about
Paralympics part. All right, so Buster, who's a great dude,
Mhm.
and it's important to know Buster was out there with us the day that we were at Miracle League helping with special needs sports. More info on that coming soon. We have more dates coming. Again, we help out. Okay?
Force field.
Buster says, Dear DZ Ferret, y'all had me punching my dashboard this morning when you were talking about the Paralympics. I had to write in. The whole origin story is actually really interesting. The Paralympics grew out of war. Some of the best physical specimens on the planet were sent into combat. A lot of them came home paralyzed or wheelchair-bound. Going from being an elite athlete to suddenly using a chair can send people down one of two paths. Either a fired up, this is a new challenge and I'm going to crush it mindset, or the much more common crash into depression where it feels like everything was taken away.
Okay.
He recommends a documentary called Rising Phoenix that is on Netflix. I think I actually did see some of that some years ago, but it's about the Paralympics and training for it.
So the silver lining to
war, yeah, you get drones.
just
Those are
having
sick.
people
maimed.
Yeah, to actually just sending someone in to lose a leg or a limb and stuff. It's like, well, how do we make this better?
So
give them some games to play when they come back.
Yeah, and I guess I do still have some thoughts about like why does that mean that it needs to turn into like a Olympic level competition that we put on TV and have spectators for? But I don't know. Who am I to judge? So I'm going to keep judging. Scott says not only they have, because we started talking about blind sports. He said not only they have blind sports.
Oh, we were saying it's not fair that the blind don't have a.
Yeah, there you go. So you have to get into them. He says check out para-alpine skiing.
No.
Which I did. They bomb down the hills at 65 miles an hour with nothing to guide them, but they're bro with a Bluetooth headset telling them to turn right or left. And that is what it is. It's a guy, a few gates down. They both have a headset on. They said they go a little bit slower, so maybe 65 instead of 85, and that there are slightly fewer hills and turns.
Like, could you beat a blind skier?
No chance, dude. What I'm telling you
This
is
is our next
they are opening up this gate and with no vision doing slalom-style skiing with audio.
I once beat a blind bowler.
You did. You're not beating this blind skier. What we're going to do is none of that. We're going to do the blind sport that I was put onto by our friend Matt Brunig. He says they do have Paralympic events for blind people. I stumbled upon this one in the Paralympics like 8 years ago, and I was shocked by the absurdity of it. I'm about to show you guys a video of something called goal ball. And we probably don't even need the audio. If it makes it easier, Clayton. Goal ball is 3 blind people on each side of the floor. Imagine like a volleyball court with no net. There is a goal the length of the baseline or the end line, and you just throw the ball from all fours.
So you can kind of hear where that ball might be.
That's all you can do.
Oh, these aren't real blind people. They're
No,
just taping.
they are blind, but some of them are, 80% blind, and to make it fair,
Like Josh?
everybody gets blackout.
A sleep mask.
Fully blackout. Goal ball. It is the most Tim and Eric looking sport I've ever seen. You just sit on your hands and knees and roll a ball, and if you can hear it, try to block it.
This is the Ocho.
It's so the Ocho, and so as he also noted, and in the instruction video I saw, there's 3 people on each team on the floor. Yeah, be quiet.
The crowd has to be quiet.
They ask for silence. Yeah, they have to. There's also like a little speaker in the ball.
What?
Yeah, like a little sound that makes little sounds.
When they do it in Phoenix, is everybody real wild?
But I thought they were blind. Don't they have supersonic hearing?
Yeah, but I guess to help even more. But Oh, that guy put a little zest on it. Yeah, that guy bowled it
quick
with a little
return.
spin. Yeah, so it goes back and forth. The ball, the run of play is the ball going back and forth and back and forth. In the event, they don't just walk it off with one throw like that, where the lady just falls down.
I don't like this.
So there are 3 people out there on the court for each team, but each team has 6 people because there are 3 people on the bench. Presumably to enter the game if someone gets tired, I guess, but I don't know how you'd ever
get tired. You're just sitting there.
And just sitting there. It's not like they are watching the game.
How does Matt Brunig find these
from
things?
the sideline, right? So why are they really like? What are there's so much dress up involved here to make this feel real. But this is what I want our charity tournament to be: 3-on-3 goal ball, where you just get blindfolded, and you just go out there and roll it around.
I've got a movie trope and a couple first downs. The movie trope is from Clark. When a couple hooks up, it frequently seems to be followed by the next morning, one of them waking up, rolling over in bed, the other one is gone.
Yeah, who would ever?
When is? I guess in his experience.
But you're right. Very often.
Shit, she's still
That's,
here.
Yeah, it's, I think it's pretty rare that you're just like, oh wait, they're just not here.
No, you're right. You're right. You'd much more prefer that be the case in real life.
Right.
Thanks, boys. More Kevin Farley.
Agreed.
And then my first downs. The first is from PJ. These 2 are magnificent, and I think one deserves its own category. The first one, though, this first down is from PJ. He was in a meeting or at a conference, and they have the little, like the little bottles of water? They had little bottles of Coke, and he wanted to take some of those home. He had a long train ride, but he couldn't just stuff his bag full of the miniature Coke. So what he did was he brought 2 giant bottles and then poured all of the little Cokes into those, put those on the sides of his backpack, and walked out of there. That, sir, is a first down.
First down. From the guy who buys tons of little bottles of water and pours them into his big, whatever you call it.
Respect. This next one is definitely a first down. But, sometimes you get the defense to jump off sides and then you hike it. What do you call that?
Free play.
I think this is a free play.
Okay.
Said he learned this from his dad. For Mother's Day, his mom and dad would go to the grocery store together. His dad would sneak off to look at the section of Mother's Day cards. He would pick one out, present it to her in the store. She would read it, enjoy it, and then he would walk back and put it back.
Hell yes.
Mom got her card. Dad didn't have to buy it. That, sir,
first down.
Wow.
Is a first down. Might be a free play.
That's excellent. That's very good.
All right, fellas. Drainage?
Do it.
The Dumb Zone.
Anderson and George from Quaker City Nighthawks for coming on today's show. We'll see you tomorrow. As always, Uncle Hotmail out.
Adios, mofo.
Thanks for having us on, guys. Talk to the dudes in the band. We're all extremely stoked to be a part of this. I gotta ask though, did you get the writer?
Look, we're super excited as well. Obviously, can't believe we even got you guys. I did want to mention the rider.
About the puppies?
Look, Sam, I don't know if we're going to be able to get 30 purebred pit bull puppies. I mean, even if we could get them, where are we going to keep them at the event? Where are they going to go to the bathroom?
That's a YP, big dog.
Vampires living in my building. Go out every night at 10.
Hey, whatever happens, we have to protect you. I'm out. But my life, what was it for? What was I supposed to learn?
That Fairlease has a new approach to car leasing. Cuts out the hassles and puts the customer first.
What?
They're flexible and focused on you. Fairlease when you don't know what to do about a car. 'Cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fairlease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
At Flooring Direct, we have meet or beat pricing. No need to shop around. You're already getting the best pricing from us. Rick Renner from the DFW's most highly rated flooring company, Flooring Direct. Whether it be carpet, LVP, SBC, tile, laminate, hardwoods, or granite countertops, we have a price matching guarantee. And many styles we have in stock in town, and we can install yesterday. Well, maybe not yesterday. How about tomorrow? Book today.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
This is the best time to get your pool cleaned. It's spring. I mean, everybody's getting ready to jump in the pool. I'm sure you guys did some of that this weekend.
I've only had one cleaning done, so this is all I can speak to. But I will tell you that no BS. My wife came home and said, this is the cleanest our pool has ever been. And we had a guy, and it's about the same price. I thought he was doing an okay job, but I don't know him at all. I mean, whatever, it's just a guy. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but whatever you guys did, it definitely was noticeable, like very noticeable.
Well, I heard there was problems with your filter you didn't even know about.
We might have had a little bit of a Dan previous roofing company or whatever, because they had left some stuff that was a real problem.
No,
they were just kind of ignoring.
No, I saw your guy noticed it. I was at Jake's house too. Out of the spigot or whatever,
like shooting stuff back out into my pool.
Yeah, it was shooting like the leaves back into the pool.
Yep.
So I was like, wait, we just vacuumed this out, and now it shoots it right back in. So it was like, obviously there was a hole in the system, but
he took care of it.
Your old guy did not notice that, and these guys noticed it right away. Same thing.
Shout out Thomas.
My wife usually does the cleaning and stuff, and she, our other pool company, our old one, because we now signed up with Puddle Pools. puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Dumbzone. Okay, my bad.
That's all good.
I think I erroneously said that earlier then. That's way better. puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
Are you having to resort to drinking extreme energy drinks all day just to get by? Are you dealing with brain fog throughout the day? Are you putting on unwanted weight? Feel like you're in a rut? Want more out of life? And need a reset to start making healthy decisions? Having a little trouble in the bedroom? Things not exactly looking up? Having some trouble getting the bishop to move more than one space at a time? Is your penis broken? Then come to Game Day Men's Health. 12 DFW locations. GameDay.dumbzone.com.
I got this email literally this morning from Anson, who wanted to shout out Travis and his team at Community Mechanical. So anyway, he had another HVAC company. And he said there was a part that needed fixed, but the labor would be $4,000. And turned off my heater and gas for safety reasons, and then said it'll be 2 weeks for them to replace it.
Sweet.
So he said he was already planning on calling CommMech. And then he says in parentheses, I've shortened community mechanical.
Yes,
anyway,
he has. We'll let him own that one.
For an alternate quote, but also to see if they might have a better response time. Now he says, everything I've heard about this company on your podcast is true. I called the office, left a voicemail, had a return call within 5 minutes. Explained the situation. The lady I spoke to gave me emails for both Drew and Travis, asked I explain it to them. I sent all the info, including photos of my equipment. I put in the subject line that I'm a Dumb Zone listener that needs help. They call me 9 minutes later. They gave a ballpark estimate over the phone. It was a quarter of the price the other company quoted me. They sent one of their technicians to the supply store a couple hours later to get the parts. They have the parts in hand. They were at my house 8:30 a.m. the next morning to complete the work. And really, he goes on. There's a lot longer thing where they also discovered like a gas leak that was in his because his wife had smelled. Anyway, he says they're the real deal. They have a customer for life. You have my permission to use my name, all that kind of stuff. But we've gotten tons of these, though.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Just to know that people are they're saving people from the cold, from getting ripped off, and they're our boys.
Tell us about Try It real quick. Why did they come out to your place?
So Jeremy came. So of course I listened to the Dumb Zone, and I sent him a text message and said, "Hey, I bought a house, and I would like y'all to come and try to fix. I think it's off the tracks. There's an issue." And they came out and actually quoted out a new door, and it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's incredible." I ended up with a really beautiful door, and it's insulated. So the custom garage that I'm putting in will actually be protected. And we got the new motor and everything. It connects to the Wi-Fi. It's incredible. And it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I've actually referred them, because of what I do for a living, to several of our clients that when they are buying a house and they bought a house, they were like, "Oh, this garage is just trash." And I was like, something that will pay for itself many, many times over is a brand new garage door and a new motor, hooks up to the Wi-Fi. So if you leave the house, you can close it. And I'm so glad that we did it. It's incredible. So that's my little piece there. So thank you, Trident. Y'all did an incredible job.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Elena.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
The Dumb Zone.
Cleveland's Q104 and Saturday Night Fever. Now here's John Russell with another request from the Fever Line.
Hi, Q104, Saturday Night Fever. Who's on my Fever Line?
This is Poofta.
Poofta?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lakewood.
Lakewood. Okay, is there a song you'd like to hear tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to send out some Leo Sayer to Mama G.
Alrighty.
You make me feel like dancing.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a good night. Thanks for calling Saturday Night Fever.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Don't forget, Lewis, the Dumb Zone Generic Summer Event is Saturday, June 6th at Four Corners Brewery. Starts at 6. Well, we will end it at 9, right, as far as the YouTube streaming, if you want to watch it on YouTube.
Also an option if you're blind.
Brought to you by Community Mechanical. That's who brings us Lewis here today as well. They bring us the Brandon Aubrey Show. They bring us the mini split that got Jake's office high atop his garage, air-conditioned. And they brought us Lewis, high atop my garage. Like, Lewis just sits here all the time. They installed Lewis.
Right.
Every 6 months they will come out here and make sure Lewis is...
Change his filter.
Everything's going fine.
Yep.
But yeah, they bring us the Dumb Zone Generic Summer Event. And we have... they're the big giant sponsor. Flexing their muscles. All 6'11" of them.
Sponsoring piss jars. Yeah. Signed by me.
That's right.
Do you know how much Blake's been using his jar? Like a lot.
For real?
Yeah.
Probably once a week.
Wow. Why?
He's a road dog, dude. He's out He's not stopping.
I absolutely could have used on the road.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I was bummed.
Because I do drink a lot of
about
water and coffee and stuff. I didn't bring mine on the road. And but I was thinking this thought.
You could have been
every
on
time every time I went to the bathroom was the greatest pee I ever had. You ever think that, like, remember the first pee after you drinking for a while?
Sure.
And you finally break the seal, then you got to go all the time. But that first one is so great, and it takes 5 minutes. That was every one of my urinations on the road.
That is good to wait like that.
Is it?
No. I mean,
feels like it's bad for you.
It's good if you want to feel
like it's to the point where, as I'm like, your body knows.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm at the front door of the gas station. Now I'm close, and it's like almost out.
No,
like, and I'm like
positive.
Superman is running, but he's taking off his. Clark Kent takes off his shirt, like he's starting to become. That's what I'm doing. I'm pulling the pants down as I'm walking into the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's
But then you got to redo all the work. You got to pass all those trucks again. You got to find your full. Like, there's just too much. You've lost time on the road. And I don't want to get to the point where I'm.
Dude, passing the same truck again.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to just feel like I'm about to explode. So we've had some listeners give us multiple. There's some small. There's a big one, and so I know based on how I'm feeling if I need the small or big one. But I just don't want to sit there and just feel like that for 30 minutes. I mean, just pee. I could be. I've not even left Wiley yet, and I'll do it just to avoid that feeling.
So Community's our big sponsor. And then they bring the little dwarf sponsors, Qualis.
Well, thanks to them, too.
Well, I'm just trying to highlight that Community wants to be the man.
The word is midget.
Are you saying as far as height?
Yeah, Silverback Construction.
Technically, yeah.
Nate's a big guy.
How Water, Fair Lease, Frankel and Frankel, Game Day Men's Health, and Cane Rosa. Cane Rosa will be out there with their pizza oven.
They will. Can I play you a couple of real quick things from the Massai press conference that?
Did you want me to mention even putting out the call for the next Top Angelo, or are we just giving that up?
Yeah, you're right. I looked at that 30 seconds ago, and then.
Are we giving it up?
No, we're not.
Okay. Blake has.
I'm just here.
Blake broke up with his Angelo.
Lewis, do you have any special talents?
I have been racking my brain for something that would be of value.
You get 60 seconds to impress Blake. However you can do it with your skill to win $100 a month for the next year.
There you go. Email thedumbzone@gmail.com.
Yeah, we've had a few come in.
This will be quick, and then we can tell you about some exciting opportunities before the news. This is just funny. I think the guy's got a funny laugh, Massai Ujiri. I think he's got a funny voice. And this was a little interesting moment between him and the media yesterday.
Rashad Miller, Dallas Weekly.
How you doing, Rashad?
How you doing?
How you doing?
First off,
how you doing again?
Whoa!
Right? Yeah. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I don't know. How you doing? How you doing?
Rashad Miller, Dallas Weekly.
How you doing, Rashad?
How you doing?
How you doing?
First off,
how you doing again?
Isn't that good? Isn't that fun?
Dallas Weekly.
Yeah, I think it might be a black paper. If that's a voice you'd like to silence,
no,
go on with that.
Just read my blue paper.
There you go.
All the necessary information. So yeah, coach plays a part, but we do the heavy lifting with this.
Somebody's phone rings. I think that's the one.
No. Yeah. Who's calling your? Come on, man. Who's calling your iPad, man? FaceTime. Yeah, I'm kidding, man.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
That is a guy not used to being nice to people.
Yeah, there's something to that for sure.
Real quick, nothing can stop this burning desire to be with you. Got to get to you, baby. Won't you come? It's emergency. Cool my fire yearning. Honey, come set me free. Don't you know now is the perfect time?
Mike, I should tell you I'm 11.
Let me finish my thought. We can dim the lights just to make it right.
Ugh.
In the night, hit the loving spot. I'll give you all that I've got. And we did learn then later in a documentary that he would have the boys sit on their hands and knees and pants down, kind of. Let me just look at the back door entrance there. The little
look at it.
Really?
Kind of like the top of the. Is it the Falcons Stadium?
Yeah, the Ben Stadium
opens
looks like a butthole. That's it.
I don't know if this is a Rocky AIDS thing or if this is real.
This is dead ass the story, and it's.
You never saw that documentary on?
No, I didn't want to see that.
About Michael Jackson?
No.
Well, it's great. I get it. It's creepy, but.
Anyway, that's PYT.
Well, no, I think it's
want
important.
to love you, PYT, pretty good thing.
Because he didn't touch the PYTs. He would say it's a tricky thing. It's like
He'd
Dak,
just be like,
Dak with
wanna
the
look
girl
at
who
it.
said he raped her. He's like, actually, we just had sex in my car outside of a strip club. Dwight Howard. We were talking about gay athletes the other day. Famously was like, I didn't rape this guy. I had sex with him.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson, oddly enough, there are people that are like, he didn't touch him.
Yeah, he just looked at it.
But he would have them stand in the corner of the room and do the pick and cotton drill while he.
It's tough. Art and artists are very tough.
Yeah, but that song is called "Watch Kid." Yeah.
Yeah, it is. No, if you could think about it with a lady, but if you think about it with 11-year-old Jake, it's different. It's better.
That was a piece.
Lola Blankets will bring
Dude.
us today's edition of the news, and we have two guys here who are very excited to where if I just say the word Lola Blankets, it's like, dude.
I won Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I did it with a Lola blanket.
Yeah.
Because you bought one, but you're using the blanket?
No, I bought it for my mom. Using promo code DumbZone. Got the biggest, the extra large.
It's
you can
huge.
fit 4 people under it.
It
it's the
kinda makes you-
softest thing you've ever
You know what it
touched.
kinda
Are you
made me
implying your
wonder-
mom is real fat?
No, I'm just
No,
saying.
you know what
like,
he's implying, and it's true. For years, we just this is as a tall guy, but for years, why were we just like, what if we made blankets kind of just big enough? What does it take? 15% more, 20% more cloth to make it like, oh, now it actually covers everything.
Would we call this Lola Blanket then a first down? Are you getting value?
You definitely are.
dude,
Square
yeah.
footage.
Especially
Yes.
with 40% off select Lola blankets with promo code DumbZone at checkout. It's lolablankets.com. Use promo code DumbZone. They'll ask where you heard about them. On this one, I mean it. Tell them the DumbZone.
They're so soft.
They really are.
You can win Memorial Day with a Lola blanket.
I have an
Definitely.
American flag one.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right.
It'll be in the show notes.
Let's navigate.
Maybe. Do you do that in the show notes or no?
Back over here.
No. I will.
Mosey
We have a promo codes thing.
We do. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to start with that one. That's too good.
Well, this
Sometimes
sounds,
it'd be like
sounds
that.
just like John McKay.
No, sometimes it'd be like that.
You don't want a good story to start? Isn't that usually
No, I
like
wanna
our
close
top
it up.
story today?
Guy in Sherman was arrested last week. This was reported just yesterday, but he was arrested last week in, like I said, in Sherman. The police were called by a teenager who say that a man drove up beside her and offered to buy her a vape in exchange for sex.
Oh.
So a barter.
Yeah, this was an underage person.
So there's the problem.
Yeah,
Can you barter for sex with older age person, like of age?
probably not. I mean, you are, right? Everything is prostitution. So,
Of course.
if you think about it, but I don't know.
I'm
I
paying
doubt
for that dinner, just hoping that we'd
Yeah,
that
bought-
house?
conversation.
Bought you a house and a
Yeah.
car and
Yeah. Now the guy was 65.
she.
The guy.
Well,
Oh,
he
she-
said she was underage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean, though? There is a difference, as IJB recently
She was.
told me.
They don't say.
Okay.
It just says underage and trying to buy a vape. It sounds like it was a teenager from the story, but 65.
That seems, I would say, if I was her and teaching her how to negotiate, I'd be like, it's way, I would think what you're asking for is way more valuable than what I'm asking for. So how can we move this talk?
Yeah, maybe a vape a week.
His first mistake was the value is severely off target.
First, that's what he's saying. Like a vape,
Right.
this is like $25, you know, and it will last you for quite some time.
The vape.
Yeah, so it's way out of whack.
Like what Blake had worked out with Angelo.
Exactly.
He had a long-term payment.
Exactly. Again, thinking he was going to have to.
I wonder. Remember my
right.
theory that, you know, if you get caught, it's worked.
How many times?
Has this guy had sex with an underage girl for just buying a vape before?
I'm gonna
Not
bet on
underage.
this one. No. I'm gonna bet on this one. No.
Of course, they're only underage to
story.
buy a vape. How much do you got? Do you have to be 21 to do a vape?
Yeah, you have to be 21 to do any nicotine products now.
Also, we have to ask: did this guy have his first kid when he was already 50? So does that change
That's a
your
great
mind
question.
on this guy?
That is a great question. Clayton, I forgot to tell you to have the William D. Tate photo, ladies. William D. Tate photo ready, so we'll do that one next. So we told you yesterday, or maybe it was Tuesday, about the guy who drove his Tesla into Grapevine Lake on
Cybertruck, right?
Wade mode. Yes, he drove his Cybertruck into the lake.
And did it electrocute all the fishes?
Yeah, I think it did.
They all just floated to the top?
Yeah, it's a natural disaster situation. So the guy's name, Jimmy Jack McDaniel. He was contacted by WFAA, who did a story on this, and told them
first name is just Jimmy, not James.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean it's listed. If they're gonna put your middle name, Jimmy Jack, you looking at the photo?
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. So here's the WFAA report on it. Just gold work here.
What's good for the goose and her gander?
Okay, now.
What are we doing?
You know exactly what we're doing. We're showing an image of a goose out at the lake, and now we're going to use a goose pun. And if you think that this pun gun, you're thinking it's like a musket that'll take forever. No.
Just once?
Extendo?
No. This is yes. This is what the clips sing.
What's good for the goose and her gander is not, it seems, for a 6,000-pound truck. And yet...
Oh, hell nah, bro, look.
This is what Grapevine police found at the lake Monday night. A Tesla Cybertruck first trudging through the water, then marooned offshore. Just stuck in the water. You can't park there. Turns out you also can't drive there.
Don't drive into the water with your vehicle.
Grapevine PD thought that was common knowledge.
Yes, it is.
This amphibious attempt was a bit of a shock. So we called the driver. He says this is actually his third time driving his Cybertruck into Lake Grapevine. He says the others have gone off without a hitch. The problem this time, he says he went a little too deep. Now he's in deep trouble. And you only think you know why.
Well, in addition to operating a vehicle where he should not have been operating a vehicle, there were also, standard water safety equipment issues. So if you were on a proper marine vessel,
Man, that's some bullshit. You're gonna charge me
That's just
for
tossing-
not. You're gonna charge me for not being a boat in the water, and then charge me for not having all the boat stuff
Yeah,
for being
yeah.
in the water. That doesn't work. Come on, double jeopardy.
so if you were on a proper marine vessel, you would have a fire extinguisher and flotation devices.
Yeah.
You heard that right. Officers arrested him in part for not having life jackets. But they'd rather he not do this at all.
It's a huge safety issue.
Yeah.
We have children on these shores. We have families visiting the lake. It's a safety risk for the passengers as well.
The driver got out through the window. So did two German visitors he says he was showing around.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like.
Why is that necessary to the story?
Kind of weirdo.
So did two German visitors he says he was showing around.
Definitely unusual. Definitely unusual. Not the run-of-the-mill news day.
And the video of it all is now making waves.
So was he just like, you want to see
man.
Lake Grapevine?
Check this shit out. Yeah, I mean, you're just out, maybe doing a Cybertruck tour. Get some buddies in town. You're like, let's go rip. This is what I do. This is what it's like to be in Texas. I guess. I don't know. We're going to go back to the local news, actually, because our good friend David Centendry has a story for us.
Awesome.
I'm not saying that if there's a hot woman in hot water that David Centendry from Fox 4 is immediately on the scene. But there's a woman named Jennifer Combs, and she is in Trinidad, Texas, which apparently we're going to be somewhat close to soon for a remote that we committed to that Dan will surely regret.
Oh, wow.
Cedar Creek Lake area.
Mugshotty for sure.
Mugshotty for sure is Jennifer Combs.
It's a Trinidad 8 right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to take it to Fox 4. Let him explain this. I think it's right here.
Expect something like that Facebook post could get you arrested?
Not at all. A Facebook post made by Jennifer Combs, a wife, mother, and citizen journalist, led to her arrest by...
All right.
Yep. Yep. We got a new breed out there, boys.
This is hate it.
Yep. This is like in like the third Jurassic Park when they had lasers on the dinosaurs. It's like they got Karens with cameras calling themselves journalists and doing good work, I'm sure.
a Trinidad Police Department on May 8th.
Did you have to spend the night in jail?
I did.
What was that like?
Horrifying.
Oh.
Absolutely horrifying.
And you've never even had a speeding ticket?
I have not ever had a speeding ticket. It was one of the most probably humiliating things I've ever went through in my entire life. It was very, very bad. So what was the Facebook post about? The city's water supply. The best way I could describe it is it looks like the Trinity River is flowing from their water taps.
She posted about how dirty the water is in the city.
Okay.
And she posted like, this is a serious public health concern. There's bacteria. They took that and put it on their police department's social media and public information pages and said, this is fake. This is a fake information circulating. There's no reason to, we have no reports of this. And then they say that this is false information that creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within a community. So they're basically hitting her with the yelled fire in a theater. And they arrested her, dude.
The water does look gross.
Yeah, and they're saying, you know, they're like, hey, look, we hadn't heard anything about this. The mayor, Fox 4 went to the mayor. The mayor's like, yeah, we got a problem with it. I didn't get to the part where he commented on
what city?
It's called Trinidad. It's about, what would you say, an hour and a half from here, east and south?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of Cedar Creek Lake.
Yeah, not because here's the thing. If they don't arrest her, this is not in the news.
Yeah.
So now...
That's the old...
Just what are you doing? Let it go.
Let me back up to... When you are defending someone by saying they're so good, they're pure as the driven snow, they've never had a speeding ticket. What do you think, Blake?
I was thinking about that too. I don't know. They drive slow.
Yeah, but they're probably sitting that left. This is a bad person.
No.
If you've never ever had a speeding ticket, you probably just, the world revolves around you. You think whatever you're going is the speed limit.
I don't think whether you drive.
I've just driven for 2 straight weeks,
it's because you guys
and there are so many people in that left lane
like me who do it right.
But see, that's the thing is people like him like to turn it into a moral issue.
It's because it is.
It's not.
It's like anything else. It's the
Mine's
shared,
a transportation issue.
I just want to get where I'm going.
It's how much do you care about yourself versus the community, and everybody's got to turn that knob.
My thing is the community,
one way or the other, and that's fine. If
I
you
want
guys
all
are about
traffic
yourself,
to be faster.
They probably didn't mean you guys when they wrote the laws.
Listen to this guy with slow reflexes turned it into a moral dilemma. It's not.
Your Honor, he couldn't have murdered her. He's never had a speeding ticket.
I can see. Yeah, I do love like. And what are we gonna? How are you even gonna check that?
It's the black friend of.
Oh my God!
Right? It's I'm not racist.
Oh my God! Definitely. Boy, there was a story I really wanted to do for you guys. Oh, I know what it was.
It's the one that you wanted to end with.
That was I did want to do the
Which one did you?
The Grapevine Cybertruck, I thought was.
That was your starter, but you said
Yeah, because audio. You want to
Okay.
kind of like string it out a little
I
bit.
got that image if you want it.
Which image?
You said the mayor.
Oh yeah, let's do that. So the Grapevine, city of Grapevine has had the same mayor for 50 years, and they unveiled this weekend. We were out of town, but at Main Street Fest, they unveiled a statue of William D. Tate. Okay, William D. Tate, who yes, when I moved to Grapevine for the first time some 15 years ago, I was stunned to learn that he was not only alive, that he was still mayor because there's a street.
I know.
Called William D. Tate. You drive by his office every day on the way to school. So
Is that him standing next to the statue?
that is him standing next to the statue. Now, my wife brought this up, and we have scoured the internet. This is what I'm using my Claude Codex for. I don't believe he's ever dressed like that ever. So in the photo,
They have him dressed as an old town
with
sheriff type
with
thing?
like a duster, a
Right.
old sort of not a bow tie, but what do they call that?
String tie.
String tie.
A bolo?
A bolo.
Yeah, a bolo.
Bolo, I thought was like the type that attached and you pulled like the real ranch.
Oh, is it a
sack
scarf
Western.
tie?
Scarf or whatever
Yeah,
Dan
like a
said.
handkerchief?
Yes, he also has on like wading boots. So it says he's in
Riding boots.
wade mode.
It's making him look like he's the mayor of in 1870.
Yeah, and so in my head I was like, I don't know, he's been mayor for 50 years, so that was a long time ago. But still, nobody was dressing like that in 1976. You know what I mean?
This is Tombstone.
It really is. So and the weird thing is that they made the statue like that. So then he kind of tried to dress up like that for the photo. But I mean, I see this guy monthly. He doesn't dress like that. So I think it's an interesting decision. You know, no one's ever going to make a statue of me, but I do think I'd like to know how much did he tell him, like, hey, don't just put me in a fucking polo. Like, that's going to
Yeah, I wonder
it's
if
gonna
they
be boring
do they consult
forever.
with him at all.
Yeah, because this looks pretty badass, right? It looks like he's Wyatt Earp, but we're kind of a sleepy town with bike trail. Like, there's not a lot of frontier discipline.
They left a little
Really?
heft on him too. Like, if you're gonna get a statue of yourself, like have it be the best looking version of yourself.
Well, it kind of is. He's taller, and the statue looks more badass than he does.
He has like a mustache in both, so I guess they got that. Yeah. Anyways, there is a spin-off of Grey's Anatomy coming.
Great.
And
My kid loves that show.
The reason that I'm telling you about this is because it will be set in West Texas.
Great.
Jeez, man.
They can't get enough
yeah.
of our stuff.
Or is it because the price of filming here is much lower than anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean,
that's why we're getting all these things now.
And I think there have been efforts like Matthew McConaughey was up behind that once upon a time. I know Taylor Sheridan is now, like the incentives and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure that has something to do with it, but I also it's not just that they're shooting this here, Dan. It's that their idea for what do we do with this TV show that's been on for 20 years is like, well, yeah, but what if it were just in Texas? Like, that's the whole they could shoot it anywhere.
Lone Star.
Yes.
911.
It's just
like, what's the hot
We never got one of those Chicago Fire, you know?
Yeah.
We never got a Law and Order.
We have a Lone Star 911, and that's about it, really. There's no, like, CSI Fort Worth. I mean, you know what I've always heard is that within the entertainment industry, they just saw Walker as, like, an untouchable product that had sort of explained the existence of Dallas-Fort Worth perfectly. So why...
Lyle Lovett played a Texas Ranger on Blue Bloods, and I was really hoping he would get a spinoff. He was great.
I was at a wedding with him once.
But a hospital in West Texas, it's just going to be old people with gout.
Yep.
Well, it was playing. There's kind of like a, I was at a wedding with Lyle Lovett. And you just, like, fade out.
Is there something you're wanting from me?
No, I was playing the news close.
You're unmuted.
I was unmuted before and it didn't play. Now we're just not going to play it. So we're trying to do this like back and forth thing here. It's fine. It's not playing, Blake. It's fine.
Okay, I'll play it.
The Dumb Zone.
Almost made it through without a technical.
Like and subscribe.
That was a good news. No,
Happy birthday.
it was. It was.
This will be brought to us by a friend on my trip that I brought with me. Ooh. Harry. His last name is Razor.
Indeed.
Harry Razor. Harry's
Travel pack.
Razors is so great if you're a bald. Also great for the neck. Imagine if you shave your whole face. It's wonderful. It's probably like a baby's ass. Bottom. Let's just say bottom.
Please do.
You don't want to think of your cheek as an ass. But a bottom is different.
You want to take care of all
Anyway,
of it.
it's just so smooth, man. The first time I used this Harry's Razor was unbelievable.
Dan might have legit texted me about it.
Yeah, I was just using the old Bic or one of those things, and the Harry's Razor has more blades, but it's just also they're better. I don't know what it is, but it didn't feel like I was shaving at all. And it just felt like, whoop, you just kind of like rubbing along the head, and all of a sudden, no hair. It's wonderful. What's our promo code?
Get that trial set right now for $10 at harrys.com/dumbzone. That'll get you the razor, a cartridge, some shave gel, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go at harrys.com/dumbzone.
Viewer mail birthdays. Hi, DZ gentlemen. Unfortunately, my birthday has fallen on the worst day of the week. Business Wednesday, thanks to Sean Kernan of 360 Wealth Management for ruining Wednesdays for all the people. Please wish me a belated happy birthday. My leaders are Dan and Jim Adler riding a dinosaur, fighting to get me the money I deserve. You ever see Jim Adler, the lawyer, riding a dinosaur commercial?
I feel like I have, yeah. He's done quite a few. I like when he speaks Spanish.
I appreciate what you do to make people's days better with your excellent comedy podcast. From Beth, not Drop Beth.
Wow. Two ladies?
P.S. I gave Blake a Friends cookbook at your Zoli's remote.
She did.
Like, she means like for the TV show Friends, they had a cookbook?
Yeah, Friends-themed recipes.
I assumed he would open it on air since it was a big Thursday viewer mailbag, so I could see you ridicule him live and in person. Unfortunately, he waited till he got home to open it. He kindly thanked me after the fact and claimed his wife was making a recipe out of it.
We were perusing it. We have not committed to something yet. But it's a very nice gesture. It's up in our kitchen right now.
Looks like this time around, Cuyahoga County will go +14 for Trump.
Because of a TV show cookbook?
Because of a Friends cookbook, you bet your goddamn ass. That's the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. Come on.
I don't think so.
We just skate on the fact he's a Friends guy. Fine.
Is it like stuff
Friends cookbook?
Is it stuff like Joey would eat as part of this, and then this
yeah,
is
I'm
stuff
sure
Rachel
like
would eat?
Of course
Rachel's
it is.
dish with like the lady fingers
Joey's
and tiramisu
meatballs.
and ground beef. I'm sure that's in there.
They made it Friend Night.
Sure. What's wrong with that?
Dear operator, the cream machine.
Wait, but if there was a Jurassic Park themed cookbook, you're saying that's not gay?
Yes, and it is. It is.
Just because it's Friends, it's lame.
Both bad. But I appreciate that she gave it to you.
That was very nice, Beth. Thank you.
Dear operator, the cream machine, or Blake, if he's still stuck reading these. I want to wish my brother Kevin happy 32nd birthday. He's a proud listener living in Thailand.
Heck yeah.
His leaders are Jake and Dan's big phones. Jake's school board victories. We both attended GCISD. And Blake's musculoskeletal care. However, he does dislike that Blake is hot now.
I love it.
Why?
We're proud of how he managed to use U.S. government to build a life over there. This place has become a zoo. From Matt.
Thailand.
Hi, Dan and Jake. I want to wish my partner Kevin happy 32nd birthday. Wait, that was brother Kevin. Maybe this is the same guy.
I think it is.
Because this is from Ellie. She says, we've been living in Bangkok for 6 years. He listens to you guys every day. As someone who doesn't often listen to the show and is from the UK, I never know what to email and say to you. So I hope this is good enough for a birthday shout-out. Again, that's from Ellie.
You're doing great, Ellie.
Who's from the UK.
Our game day Brit really changed the way I view British women.
Yeah, we got an email about that too. That was in British Joel's email. When we talked to her, Alyssa from Game Day, she said she was from Essex. And Joel said she didn't sound like a girl from Essex. She sounded nice.
Oh.
And he included the Wikipedia page.
I believe
there's
that's
a whole ass Wikipedia page for Essex girls. It's like the Jersey Shore of England.
You know Nate?
Silverback?
From Silverback? I think that's the one he goes to. He gets the peptides. And he said he thinks he's talked her into coming out to the GSE.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
That'd be excellent.
Should we promote that?
Yeah.
Like along with
Sure.
Prophets and Outlaws?
Connie Russo.
Get her in for a promo.
And finally, Kurt says, welcome home, Dan. 5/21. Is today 5/21?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Yay, boo. I fall asleep every night listening to a past pod. I wake up at 2:30-ish for my walk and swap AirPod and reset or rewind the epi I'm on. My sleep quality has improved. I no longer lay awake thinking about the next day or life shit. From Kurt.
I
So
love
happy
it.
birthday to Kurt.
Nice.
That's a yay. There's no boo in that.
Sure.
We're getting double views on that?
Yeah.
All right.
Game Day Men's Health presents
Wait, what am I doing?
That was
on this day in history.
Thank you, Clayton.
What are you doing?
It works now.
That's quite a delay. I thought I was on delay last week.
Hey.
So let's
Boy,
call
my
a Game
arms are
Day Men's
tired.
Health. I want to call. Beep boop boop beep boop. We called the. What was it? The Mansfield one. We got the Brit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what nationality we get to if we call the Las Colinas location. Las Colinas.
My neighbor growing up. I'll just talk while you call.
Game Day Men's Health. Game Day.
He's the one whose dad played with O.J. Simpson. He was like a big-time college football and basketball player. He went to the University of
Thank you for
Tennessee,
calling Game
Chattanooga.
Day Men's Health.
Uh-huh.
Dial 1 for new patients
Man, when
or
he came home one
dial
summer-
2 for existing patients.
Do one.
And told me that he had completed. Do you want to talk about sex for points? They had like a nationality.
Oh,
yeah.
Of like 10
around the
different-
world.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got.
Scranton, Erie,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling Game Day Men's Health. This is Lila speaking. How can I help?
Lila?
Yes, this is Lila speaking.
Hello, Lila. My name is Dan McDowell. And I'm here with my friends Jake and Blake and Clay. Well, you don't need to know everybody that I'm here with, but
Hey,
we're
Lila.
calling. We're live on the air right now. We're on a podcast, YouTube show,
whatever,
a broadcast. And we're here
I
to
think that's
promote
offensive.
Game Day Men's Health. And we wanted to hear all about the Louisville location. Wait, not Louisville. Where are you?
Las Colinas.
We're located in Las Colinas and Fort Worth.
And Fort Worth at the same time? Or is this phone...
Yeah.
Do you answer the phone for both locations in some magical way?
I do answer for both locations.
Wow.
Would it be okay if I transfer you to the owner?
Sure. Who are you gonna? Who am I gonna get?
You are going to get Alan Stofland.
Alan.
Yeah.
Where's Kristen?
Hey, dog.
Where's Kristen?
Is that what you call him?
Do you refer to Alan as the owner and not Kristen? Did she just transfer me?
She hates you.
She may have pulled the record.
I'm about to.
Okay.
You're about to transfer?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk to Alan.
That's how I expected the Brit to act.
Calling Game Day Men's Health. Las Colinas. What if he's not there? And she just transferred us to his voicemail.
Anything to get rid of us.
I know. I'm going to have to call her back.
Want to?
You won there.
Well, Game Day Men's Health.
I'm currently unavailable right now.
Alan,
Please leave a detail
Get those
message,
peptides,
and I'll
baby.
return your call as soon as possible.
My pitch on peptides
You want to leave Alan a
is
message?
Yeah, leave
you're
Alan a
already
message.
Alan.
You don't realize how
it's
much
Dan and Jake. Go ahead, Jake.
doing sports stuff with your kids. You're already gonna. It's basically like working out. So just get on peptides.
I wanted to highlight to
You have
me
the energy to do it.
the Las Colinas location today. And where exactly is the Las Colinas location? That's what I wanted to highlight. Oh, it's here. Let's see here. Do you have that?
No. It's just
Oh,
off
here it
Highway
is.
161 in MacArthur. I got that. But
Is 161 the bush?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So get more bush. After going to Game Day, don't you think? That could
Definitely.
help?
Yes.
And if you get right, I mean, they're right there, right near the bush.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get near the bush before you get the bush. Anyway, gameday.dumbzone.com. We'd like you to stop by this particular location and be like, hey, what's up? Wait, are we still on Alan's voicemail?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Alan, happy birthday, man. Right? It might be Alan's birthday.
It could be.
Maybe.
No one knows.
There's a
One in
shot.
365 chance.
There's a shot.
Anyway, he's a good dude. Kristen as well over there at Game Day Men's Health. They own the one in Las Colinas and the Fort Worth location. So there are at least a dozen locations in DFW. Stop by, mention that you heard about him on the Dumb Zone, and demand to see Alan when you go to the Las Colinas location. All right. Bye, Alan. GameDay.dumbzone.com.
The Dumb Zone News.
Why do people exist?
It still works.
We're doing Today in History. Thursday, May 21st is today. On this day in 1819, the first ever bicycles appeared on New York city streets.
God.
They were called Swift Walkers.
See?
Look how fast those walkers are moving.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because your foot, like, totally touches the ground.
Does it?
Yeah, on the first one, for real. It looks like Fred Flintstone.
So it's not one of those giant wheeled ones?
No, that looks like it might have come later.
This day in 1891, Gentleman Jim Corbett, fought Peter Jackson. They ended up calling a draw after 61 rounds.
Gee, I would not have thought he's a little fat guy. You would not have thought he'd go that long.
That's back when men were men, though.
Mm-hmm.
On this day in 2004, it was Alex Rodriguez's return to Texas. It wasn't as bad as when he returned to Seattle when he was first a Ranger, but he did get booed quite a bit. And while the boos rained down, he hit a home run in his first at-bat back against his old team. And, Jake, is this WHL? On this day in 2017, Barnum and Bailey Circus performs for the last time at Nassau Coliseum in New York City, closing shop after 146 years.
Dang.
I don't know. I'm not a PETA guy, right? Or pedo, but
If you had to be one, which one are you
Generally, I don't think it's like wussification or bad or anything if we kind of improve the way we treat animals. I don't think that signals like the downfall of work ethic or morals or values. Like, I think there's probably something to that Gandhi quote, right? Like, you judge a civilization by how they're treating animals.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I'm probably butchering it, but it's kind of like,
Okay.
Once you got people taking, but who knows? I don't think it's bad that we.
So what would Gandhi say about your brother and the guys he lived with?
Well, it depends. I mean, if
they treated animals, very well.
They did. Some of the animals.
I judge you.
The best time of their life.
You're right into heaven here, bro.
Yep.
Head on in. So, Dumb Zone history on this day in May 21st. Dumb Zone history. What do we got?
In 2020, Jake had just been promoted. He was now finally Tier 1. And this says Jake had to make his information private after people kept sending porn magazine subscriptions to his house.
There was a time. It was getting for real out of control.
I forgot about that.
For real.
Dan's
Dan's awfully quiet.
No, my only porn game with you was on your computer in the production room.
Yeah. No, that was good. That was good.
That was great when they lead tours around the place.
There's South Grand Prairie High School. Oh my God, is that Lois Griffin having a 8-way with the Avengers on that guy's laptop?
It's amazing if you search gay black what you can find on Pornhub.
Yeah.
There's never like micro penis on that search, right?
Doubtful.
Did you have to rework your muscle memory now being back in Texas?
Right.
To get
different side of the keyboard.
Get to the crappy sites.
Type in PO. Oh, man, damn it. Then in 2024, today in Twitter, this was Cameron's appearance on CNN.
Yeah.
Where he was there to promote a drink to help you.
It was boner pills.
Crack your wife.
Yep.
And then CNN starts asking him about P. Diddy. When is something like this?
Did you recognize that kind of anger at all from your
I
experiences?
don't know like that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought.
And you can tell like he just wanted to promote this thing, and then now he's dragged into this P. Diddy stuff, and they're showing him videos. Does this resemble the P. Diddy that you knew?
What do you mean recognize?
What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but he admitted it was him, so yeah, it was him.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
He's taking a drink of it.
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Get some cheeks.
On CNN.
And his drink is called Horsepower.
Respect.
I'm going to get some cheeks after this.
Other birthdays today. Josh Hamilton, 45.
All right.
Katie. I saw an interview. Maybe it wasn't with him. It was the one I saw with Chris Davis. Just talking about those Rangers teams. Dude, you remember when Josh Hamilton, like we all joke about the guy who fell when he threw there was a home run, right?
We all joke.
People joke about it. But was it
or was he Josh throwing a ball to him?
I think he was throwing the ball to him.
Yeah.
But didn't he have so there was the energy drink eye thing.
Yeah, too much Red Bull and tobacco.
And he couldn't play during the day because of that?
In Oakland.
Okay. Because did he ever have anything approaching the yips? Like we were just throwing the ball into the stands or anything?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Somebody brought that up the other day, and I couldn't recall either. I'd love to just go back through all the Josh incidents.
Dave Wannstedt, 74.
He might have been the greatest baseball player of all time for like 2 months. Dave Wannstedt always reminded me of my dad. I don't know why. Probably the mustache.
He just, seems very Chicago.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams, 49.
Man.
Hero.
Legendary rookie contract.
Legendary everything.
If you remember.
As negotiated by Master P.
Like it was the worst contract ever, they say.
Yeah.
That could have been the highest paying contract. Whatever.
Should be noted, though, that it was given up. The trade was dog shit, too. And Mike Ditka pulled that off, and he'd been around a long time. So it's not like everyone's like, oh, Master P got this terrible contract for Ricky Williams. He doesn't know what he's doing. He didn't. But the Saints didn't either. Because they gave up, like...
Do you know that, Blake?
No.
Oh, God, dude.
Mike Ditka was so enamored with Ricky Williams when he was a college player.
Whatever you're thinking it was more to go get him.
Yeah, what do you think it might have been to get him?
It was like 4 first-round picks.
No.
I'm not kidding.
No,
5
it wasn't.
first-round
No.
picks.
It was every pick in this year's draft.
That's it? But still, that's crazy.
First round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round. Whatever pick we have, the Saints, I'll give you every pick we have this year for your pick. And they did it.
And then there was a SI cover shoot of
it was
the
a
two
1
of
year.
them.
It was just every pick we have this year.
It was the two of them, and Ricky was dressed like in a wedding dress.
Oh, I've seen that.
And it was real weird. And yeah.
Josh Allen is 30.
By the way, they sent their first and third the next year.
Jeez.
And every pick?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just every pick that year. Because I remember that was the initial thing. He just said, I'll trade every pick we have. Bruce Buffer is 69.
So many emails. I bet I got one I could find right now.
What do you mean?
Is that the wrong guy? Or is it Michael? So many.
Michael Buffer is the one you get emails about because his phrase is copyright written.
More than anything has ever been. Like, I think that they're more protective of that than like drawing Muhammad.
But don't you know this incredible story? Bruce Buffer. So Michael Buffer and Bruce Buffer never knew each other growing up. They were brother, but they didn't know that they were brothers.
They ended up in the same line of work.
They ended up being ring announcers at a major...
That's crazy.
Yeah, this guy is a UFC guy, and Michael Buffer was what, just boxing?
Yeah.
All those years?
Yeah, but then anything big.
But, like, yes, totally different, whatever, sides of the earth they were... I don't know where they each grew up, but they didn't grow up together. They didn't know each other. They didn't even know I had a brother. And then once he found out I have a brother, and he does what? At a high level,
That's crazy.
It is. Taylor Sheridan is 56. Have you
Frisco King?
Have you pledged your allegiance to Taylor Sheridan?
No.
Is that part of being a Texan now? When I came back, I crossed the Arkansas state line. They're actually they stop you. It's a stop point. It's like the truck thing. You pull off to the right.
Sheridan was stationed,
and there's a big line. You have to pledge your allegiance to Taylor Sheridan before you come into Texas.
They see if they want you
if you're going to stay here
to be an extra or not. I want you to be an extra in a Taylor Sheridan's show so bad.
Me?
Yeah.
Can I wear William D. Tate's duster?
That's so Always Sunny. You show up like in full. Howdy, folks. They're like, no, this is like a modern Frisco.
Howdy, partner. Leo Sayer is 78. That's from the Fever line. He's a disco guy. Cody Johnson is 39.
Singer.
That is a country singer of some note.
Okay. How did that happen?
Oh, you don't think so? All right, Blake said he's big.
He may be.
He is.
I'll take your word for it, dude. Jesus.
Gautier is 46.
I don't get that shit at all.
It's not for you.
Carolyn Lawrence is 59.
It's dentist office music.
The voice of Sandy on SpongeBob.
She'd roll into Texas.
I've held the line on SpongeBob so far. I don't think I'll have. My daughter's really not into anything that creeps her out.
Well, we never did SpongeBob. We thought that was a little too adult for the kids. Al Franken, 75. Mr. T is 74. Judge Reinhold is 69. Good friend.
Arrested after his ticket appearance?
Right after.
Nick Cassavetes is 67. Was he the director of Face Off?
Oh, wow. God, we should do that next.
Dude.
It's untouchable. I mean, what an idea for a movie.
Rapper Havoc is 52.
Is that Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And quite a battle for Dumb Zone birthday of the day.
But the room has been buzzing.
Jeffrey Toobin is 66.
Wow.
But not getting the birthday of the day.
Oh, wow.
I love that picture.
The picture, but also, doesn't that give us a good excuse to replay some of the audio?
Yes. Yes.
Toobin to the left.
I mean, I guess we could start with this.
Damn! Jeffrey Toobin?
I forgot that was
At least Pee Wee Herman was in an X-rated movie theater. I'm just saying.
Dude, he's got his white T-shirt on, pulled up. He looks like Winnie the Pooh jerking it from his laptop.
I think this is it.
Then he came back.
So let's start there.
Okay.
To quote Jay Leno, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, obviously, I wasn't thinking very well or very much, and it was something that was inexplicable to me. I think one point, I wouldn't exactly say in my defense, because nothing is really in my defense. I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
Hopefully.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call.
Time to
now,
hammer
that's
away.
not a defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible, but I mean that is part of that is part of the story. And you know, I have spent the 7 subsequent months.
Here we go.
What has he done?
What has he done?
Miserable
Counseling?
months in my life, I can certainly confess. Trying to be a better person. I mean, in therapy, trying to do some public service, working in a food bank, which I certainly continue to do.
Where, to be clear, I didn't jack off once.
I don't think I want him around my food. Let's just no. You have to work here. That's fine.
You know,
we're good. We're good.
Chill. Actually,
we're good. We got enough people today. We're fine.
Right.
It's totally. Really, it looks like there's some. No. It's. Thank you. Seriously, thank you though.
Jeff. Damn.
I'm working in a food. I was caught whacking it, so I went and worked in a food bank.
Whatever helps, man. All right, so it's not him, huh?
No. It's not Chris Rabb, who's 46.
Damn. I would have thought, honestly, he would have been my first one in the death pool. More of a star in the CKY days, I think. But he's great. So good.
No, I'm going to give it the Dumb Zone birthday of the day to Adam Boehner. He's 44. You can look him up. It's Bahner. Adam Boehner.
Oh, my God.
I know.
You may know him as Tay Zonde. Chocolate Rain Guy. Some stay dry while others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
How old?
He's 43.
He's 44 now. So.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, that's crazy. Because
I sat next to him.
Yeah, I remember his bathing suit.
At a summer bash.
What?
Yeah.
A bathing suit?
Yeah, he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a bathing suit at Sneaky Pete's.
We flew him in.
We flew him in. Holy shit.
To sing at Summer Bash one year. It was great. And the funniest thing was, this is a very serious young man. And this song, as no one, when we booked him, I think it took till after he had left for us to kind of collectively discover, probably through Jake, telling us like, hey, this song is like a civil rights anthem. It's about the struggle and the oppression and the...
He's like one of these kids that got a college degree at 16, you know?
Yeah,
like
he's
like
a
genius.
Yeah, but this song is just about the long struggle and and we thought this is such a silly song about chocolate. And it went viral. Like, we couldn't get Letarian,
right.
So why don't we get this clown?
Yeah.
And we got him, and he's now at Summer Bash sitting in the air-conditioned green room with me. Just me and him at a table. Like, what am I going to talk to him about besides your funny song? Like, I like videos. I totally love YouTube, bro.
Oh, man. It's good times. That was the inspiration, honestly, for us booking Shovel Girl one day on the show. It's like, just find these folks.
Yeah. Born on this day, now dead, Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. The Notorious B.I.G. Chris Benoit. The Canadian professional wrestler who worked for various promotions during his 22-year career. Despite his accomplishments, he's more generally known for murdering his wife and youngest son before committing suicide. Henry Warren born on this day. He was the inventor of the electric clock, not Ahmed Muhammad, as you would believe. Plato, born on this day.
That'll get you kicked out of A&M.
And Bobby Cox, born on this day, now dead.
Beat his wife with a bullpen phone.
It wasn't the bullpen phone. He was at home. He didn't.
Dead on this day, still dead. I'll give you one, Jake.
Although it would be cool to have a bullpen phone at home.
Jim Irsay.
Damn. Damn. Owner of the original Alcoholics Anonymous transcript, which I think he paid like $5 million for.
Who's
Carly?
Yeah.
Carly?
And that's what happened
We like.
on this day in history.
We like. It's time for closing remarks. This is brought to us by Frankel & Frankel. Personal injury attorneys. In fact, just talked to somebody the other day who was involved, or his wife was involved in a little bit of a incident at the school pickup line, I think, and she did get rear-ended or whatnot and had a personal injury. Called the Frankels. Had Gene Burkett on the line within minutes. He's a partner, because you're going to talk to a partner. And they'll kind of shoot you straight. He's just talking to her about her different, it's not a horrible, horrific injury or anything. So he's just kind of talking her through her different options. Might not end up using Frankel, but that's what's great about calling Frankel & Frankel. They will shoot you straight. They have a wonderful, wonderful backstory as well. We'll be hearing about them soon on Business Wednesday near you. So Frankel & Frankel, 214 or then 817, all threes. That's how you get a hold of them. Personal injury attorneys. They are the best, Jerry. The best.
Big Lou.
Lewis.
He's on meds, too.
Anybody ever call you Lou?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was Screwy Louie.
Oh, that's no fun.
It's not. You're a little.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
I've been wondering about the kid that decides to go by. My son's middle name is Lewis.
Oh.
And I've always, you knew those kids growing up, right? And I never knew like how they arrived at that distinction. Did the parent decide, hey, we intended to call him by the middle name from jump? Or is it like with TC, who at some point when he was a kid started calling his mom and dad Linda and Tom, and there was nothing they could do about it? Like, can a kid just decide I'm middle name now? Because I like the name Lewis.
It's my middle name.
That is your middle name?
Yeah, I'm a third.
Okay, so that's usually probably what it is, right? Is it's a generational thing, and you just pick one?
Yeah, I would say it made it easy at Christmas time.
Okay.
So I wasn't opening up, Grandpa's presents.
Okay.
So.
Interesting.
His red man.
Yeah. He got sardines. He would get a sock that was like 4.
That's
this guy's 43.
I know, that's not
and
a
his
good,
grandpa was getting sardines.
It's not a good... That's not going to help my argument.
He loved them.
Do you have any closing remarks? Do you have anything you would like to yell at Blake about?
No, I do agree on 12/12/25. You made a comment about leaving food to sit out to heat it up later.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Thank you.
If I've got something in a sausage biscuit.
Yep.
The bread heats up way faster.
Sure.
So let it sit out, let it get to room temp, and then heat it up in the microwave.
Yes.
I'm with you 100%.
Thank you.
He had to write that note down because he never agrees with you. Like,
I'll take it how
Finally,
I can get
one time
the one that my wife hates the most, and I'm not trying to put this on you, Lewis, but if I leave food in my car overnight,
oh no,
and it's of most types of food, if I get out to the car the next day, it's just ready to eat. It's warm now. It's piece of pizza, half a burger, whatever. I'll just eat it. She really hates that one. Sorry, Lewis.
I can't say I've done that. Bad beat. Huge fan of Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Except when she's doing the commercial with the Rescue the Pets.
Yeah.
That's hard to finish.
I think, yeah. No, we got you.
So to speak. Well, it's hard to basically. It's just hard to keep a boner through.
Yeah,
you're trying to live until the next.
That's
one
of
gone wild.
The really strategically tactful things about the SPCA is they chose Sarah McLachlan because she's a lesbian. And they knew that you'd never be like fired up. You'd focus on the dogs. So it kind of has to be that, you know. They can't have like a hot.
That's a great point.
Yeah, this was before DVR days, I believe.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing back the TiVo song. I do love it. It's nice.
Tell me what's on my TiVo. Oh no.
And I played baseball for many years, Jake. I would have got ball sacked on the 8 errors thing also.
Thank you.
It has crazy rules.
Thank
Baseball
you.
has the weirdest. You can do this,
Ball
you can't
doesn't
do
score.
that.
Every time you turn around, there's a new rule. You're like, I didn't know
Yeah.
about that one.
Yes.
Not for
It's
one
weird.
player, though. There could be 8 errors on one play. I'll give you that. Right?
This is enough support. Don't answer any more of his questions. Or this is the best our case is going to get.
And then Dan, I support backing in at events just to help expedite getting out. It is definitely beneficial. Iced coffee does suck.
Hey.
Me and my wife do have separate blankets.
Lola.
And yes, I do need a Lola blanket.
They're fire.
Yeah.
And I know you were a fan of the Laura Keitlinger show many, many years ago.
Yeah.
And I, too, was a fan.
Okay. The second person I've ever met.
So.
Seriously, I've never met any. She used to date Jack Black.
What
she
show
was
is
on
it?
Mr. Show a little bit. I think it was called the Laura Keitlinger Show.
No, it was some weird, long, drawn-out name.
Oh, the
she's funny.
Whatever
like that.
adventures of
Minor Accomplishments of Jackie Woodman.
Yes.
There you go.
This looks interesting.
I thought her accomplice on that show was hot, the blonde. Of course, she was a lady on TV though. So
Nicole Tom.
Anyway,
She's
thanks,
been on-
bro.
Yeah.
I think he makes a good point about backing in at events. I almost feel like I can accept it there. It's like in my neighborhood, the guy who
Events are just a big, part of life. A microcosm.
Everything
a
is an event.
macrocosm.
Yeah.
I can almost see that. It's the guy at the grocery
It's
store.
a macrocosm
It's
of
like,
going to Kroger.
Well, shout out to Community.
Yes, thank you. They did great service. It's working fantastically. They came out fantastic price, great service. Could not recommend them enough. And this was great. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
And they give you a free sit-in.
Yeah.
From Community Mechanical. All right, is that it, Lewis?
That's all I got.
I saw it. What's that back there? Did you bring like a guy's guide? For
Yeah, I got a
reason?
couple guy I work with had a couple. He's got a stack of old guys' guides.
Uh-huh.
And so he said, "Here, take these. See if Dan wants them."
Oh, okay.
So
you know what the guy's guide was, Blake?
No.
Show Blake. It was a little pamphlet, and the ticket would do this way back in the day. This is pre-cat for sure. They would just make us each write. I don't even know if I was there at this time.
this one's got you on it in 2001. It's a fake Sopranos cover, but the age. David Robinson also.
No,
is on here.
fantastic.
Okay, they would make you write a little article. Guy's Guide to Marriage, Guy's Guide to whatever, Guy's Guide to... It's just a little something to hand out. Probably eventually they said, this costs too much money for the...
Best just promo back in the day. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Nice artifact.
Look at all you guys with these ticket chicks.
Yeah, they would always... Is that WHL that we can't... You don't have ticket chicks anymore? Remember when we used to have...
Nah, because, I mean, if they want to do it...
We used to have the dumb broads that would come and set up our remotes?
Let's do it. Let's bring back the dumb broads.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo. See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.